I'm getting it too loud.
Hello, everyone.
Welcome to Mike and Kreg vs. the Past. We're back, dude. We are back on the air.
Here.
I got some amazing news, dude. I got some fucking amazing news.
We haven't done this in a while.
What's up, everybody? So, yeah, dude. So you're going to love this. You're going to absolutely love this. So I hit you up.
Okay.
We're putting the show on right now, all right?
Yeah.
You were asking me, and I was like, I'm going to tell you. I'm going to let you know. Ready?
Right.
All right, so and everybody listening, you're gonna love this shit. This is fucking amazing. Happy New Year, everybody! And coming up, we're hopefully gonna be there. We're gonna be there, right? So this is Trinidad style. You're gonna hear this. So I get this email, right? And you're gonna love this, all right? Because I didn't want to tell you. I want to tell you now. I got this email, all right?
Okay.
And they hit me. This email said, "Hey, look, we'd be honored to sponsor your show." Well, hold on. Before I even start this, dude, let me stop real quick.
Okay.
I want to start the new year off right. All right. I want everybody in the crowd. I want you guys to realize this right here. All right. I know I started off. I want to say congratulations to someone.
Who?
I think you know who.
Oh.
I want to say congratulations to Dan Larson. Dan Larson sponsored, dude. He's sponsored by eBay. He's sponsored by
eBay.
other people. Well, guess what, dude?
He's got that cereal promotion too. Yeah.
Fuck that noise. Dude, we're fucking sponsored. How do you like that shit? We're sponsored by a fucking island, dude. And I'm going to tell you what happened, all right? So I got an email, all right? And the email fucking hit me up, and they were just like, yo, sex involved. Anyway, I can't be looking at that over there because now you guys are going to confuse me. So I get an email, right? And this email says to me, he's like, look, we'd be honored to sponsor your show.
Okay.
Isn't that fucking awesome? All right, so hey. So yeah, they'll be honored to sponsor the show. They're like, yo, I'll sponsor your show.
So this is not eBay or cereal companies. This is a big thing.
It's a fucking island, bro. It's an island. So
all right, now which island? Which island is sponsoring Mike and Kreg vs. the Past?
Dude, Trinidad. Think about it, right? That's why we changed the time. That's why we're doing it now. They wanted us to do a show for this right now. And you want to know the clincher? They sent me the email. I said, oh, what do I got to do? What do you guys need? Guess what, dude? $350.
They gave you $350 for the budget for the show.
What? No. I gave them $350 to be a sponsor of the show.
Bro, I think you actually got scammed. That's not how a sponsorship works.
No. When you get nothing, you get scammed. Dude, I got something.
What did you... Okay, because all I got today was an email. I didn't even read it yet. So...
Hold on a second. See, there you go. Oh, shit. They promised that too. So you got an email.
I didn't read it.
Right, yo, so you know they don't trade in money, right? Like Trinidad doesn't... They don't trade in money.
What do you mean they don't trade in money?
Well, I mean, I gave them $350 because they don't... All right, hold on a second. Let me show you what they sent me. Hold on a second.
Okay. You're just giving money to random people? Everybody in the comment section.
Bro, check this out, right? Yo, I'm about to show you what's in this box, right? Hold on a second. I'm going to show you what's in this box right here. All right?
Bro, hold on. Let's pause the show.
What's up?
You spent $350 on an LED grow light, or is that LED? Did you just buy LED?
What are you talking about? The grow light. What do you mean?
The side of the box. It says LED grow light. Or did you just buy LED?
Dude, I just cracked this box open like a while ago because I actually was the contents of this box, dude, is what they
$350 worth of our budget, for an LED grow light.
Don't fuck with me about budget, dude. Because honestly, episode 1, I sent you budget, and what did you do? Tell me, what did you do?
You're gonna bring up the Bangalore thing for the terrible toy memories?
You went ahead, you paid some people. We had a fucking I don't even know what this is. That I don't know why everybody is saying sex on here. One person, but one person's everybody.
Well, we don't even see their name.
All right, I gotta show you what's in the box. Stop it! I gotta show you what's in this box. All right.
What's in the box?
You're gonna love this shit, dude. Here, check it out.
$350 for a
300, dude. Honestly, like, check this out. We're sponsored, bro. We're fucking sponsored by a fucking island. All right. So you can do whatever. You're upset because they didn't send you that fucking email. They sent me the fucking email.
I got an email. I didn't read it.
Bro. Check it out.
Is that fucking passion fruit or dragon fruit? What is that?
This is dragon fruit, bro. This is dragon fruit right from the island. And you know how you can tell it's from the island? No labels, dude. No fucking look at these bananas, dude. Bananas, no fucking labels, bro.
All right, those are nice bananas.
Mangoes, my favorite fucking fruit, dude. Mangoes, no fucking nothing. Look at it, pear, dude. You know what this is? It's a pear. Does it look like a pear to you? Look at it.
Yeah, that's a pear. If I've ever seen a pear.
Sponsored. That's what it all comes down to, dude. Larson has fucking eBay. We got a fucking island, dude. Think about it. How fucking awesome is that shit?
All right,
listen. Hold on a second.
That's pretty cool, though.
Well, hold on a second.
Did you eat any of the fruit yet?
I did. There was.
Is it good?
There was. It was like actually crammed in the box a little bit, so I was eating it.
But was it good?
That's a good point, though.
Was it good? What's happening?
Bro, hold on a second. Are you telling me I paid $350 for fruit?
No, you're fine.
We're sponsored, right? We're sponsored, right?
The whole island of Trinidad is sponsoring you and I.
What the fuck did you get in an email?
I don't know.
Do you guys want to see the email that he got? Because I would be very, very, very interested to see this fucking email. All right, so hold on a second. Oh, before we do it, let me give a full disclaimer, right? Yeah. So as an okay, yeah, thank you. Verify. Yeah, the fruits of shit.
Yeah, thank you.
Mangoes and the shit, like all that. Like that.
We don't see your name, but if that's a thing over there, I mean, we have an email, so it maybe came from this person.
What's the email? Let me see the email. What's this email?
Well, I gotta retrieve it first. Hold on.
Who's the Facebook user?
I don't know. No one's name. All right, let me just open my email. Hold on. It's gonna take a second. My computer's for shit.
What the fuck are you doing?
Getting my email.
Oh, wow. Is this gonna play?
Okay, I got it.
All right, cool, awesome. I want to see this. Like, I'm kind of confused now.
All right, it's loading.
Let's do it.
All right, it's loading. Okay, dear Mike and Kreg versus the past. That's us. This is a message from the Queen of Trinidad. Okay, that's a thing. Message from the Queen of Trinidad. All right, I'm gonna load the video right now, and we're gonna see a message to Mike and Kreg versus the past from the Queen of Trinidad.
Eu te digo, tout som nou se jan ki ni bon chive. Men sou di yon moun apwe jan, moun sa ni bel chive, yo ka babye pi ou pa ni pou di person ni bel chive, sa vle di nou pa ni bel chive. Men, epi ki sa ou ka pente tou?
Chive mwen bel.
Chive
mwen bel.
Ou pa ka pen?
Oui.
Epi ki sa?
Yon pen.
Non. Mwen pa sa pente tou, epi yon pen.
Sa ou ka ou sa vi?
Epi yon boss.
Yon boss.
Ni boss ta ase pou pen.
You might be onto something.
They
there.
Clearly watch us.
Yeah, that's what the okay, so do we have
Trinidad likes our show?
Do we have anything else? Do we just ruin the new year?
No, because
no, because New Year's isn't even here yet. That's good. We can just end this one off on a bang. Yeah. So what?
Their New Year's is apparently an hour ahead of us, so that's great.
It is an hour, right? So that is yeah. We changed the time of the show.
So our 11 o'clock is their Happy New Year. So Happy New Year, everyone from Trinidad, because they're sponsoring us because we're not celebrating our New Year's. We're celebrating Trinidad's because we are sponsored, and Mike got his fruit for $350.
We're so gonna get shut the fuck down on this.
Oh yeah,
we're totally fun. You know, it's gonna be like that skit you showed me before, but we don't have it. Do you remember the one when the guy's like, I'm fucked.
Oh yeah,
but you don't have it. We're gonna show that.
This message is from Trinidad. Thank you for the $350. You are sponsored. Oh, okay. Well, that's cool. That's good.
Well, fuck yeah, dude. Well, there you have it, right there, right? I mean, like that's clear as fucking day, right there. Oh, whew.
Thank you.
Oh
people.
my god, I was about to say,
Thanks for the fruit, everyone.
That's fucking great. That's awesome. So wait a minute.
That's great. So, other than not knowing anything about Trinidad, what are we talking about tonight, Mike?
Talking about how uncultured your ass is.
I don't know anything about my neighbors, for Christ's sake.
No, you're so uncultured, man. I had you up here, and oh yeah, you know, like we wanted to go out for breakfast one morning. And,
I know where this segue is going.
Yeah, you know, and it sucks because like I can't take you anywhere. You know, we had Krista up here, so she's a witness to it. I don't even know if she's in our audience, but we had her, and she hung out with us.
Yeah, but I was sick that morning too.
You were feeling kind of like shit. It was a day after the live.
No, I wish it was Denny's.
No, Denny's. This place shit out Denny's, dude.
Okay, so
stop.
All bullshit aside, this story is actually 100% true. Like, hand to God, this is actually true.
So I get up in the morning and we wanted to go to this place called Shine, which is around the corner. And Shine is shit. Like Shine is amazing. You go in there and it is really badass.
I like how I'm throwing up devil horns for Shine, considering it's like a real religious Jesus-y cafe.
And every bite.
Best coffee I've ever had.
He's in every bite, dude. Like every bite. So check it out, right? So
you had like the body of Christ, and you're like,
yeah, it is. And you just sit, you're like, so anyway, so we ended up going and hold on a second, dude. You said you had something for me. What did you have for me?
What did I have for you?
You were telling me prior to the show because I said I had something for you, which was the sponsor. What did you have?
You mean the audio recording?
We talked about no fucking way. We talked about the restaurant. So basically what this is, right, is that I'm saying that Kreg is totally uncultured, right? He isn't up with the fucking anywhere around. I mean, like, you know, look, I eat all different places. Everybody knows this. You know, I'll sit down with the Amish and fucking eat. You know what I mean? I'll sit up on the horse and eat fucking raw chicken.
You eat the horse?
You know me like that. Yeah. I wouldn't eat the horse. Gotta eat like raw chicken and shit with them. You know what I mean? Like, because that's what I do. That's who I am. You know. Now here's the thing. All right. When so Shine was closed, obviously, right? And I wanted to do the next best thing for you. I wanted to look out for my friend. I wanted to see my friend eat. Right? All right. You knew it. You knew it was coming. I wanted to do that. And when I did, all right, we all went in my car. I was like, all right, everybody, come on. And I had to take initiative. And we drove. We were going to Duncannon, and the one place, because Krista was looking up stuff on her phone too. And
I had a severe migraine that morning, though.
Yeah, and you gave me a migraine too. So we went on a phone, all right, and then Krista's like, "There's nothing open, right? There's nothing open, all right." So then I was like, I had to take the wheel, dude.
Like Jesus.
Exactly. I wasn't going to say it. I needed you to say that because I couldn't say it.
Right.
So we took the wheel and we went to a place called
Goodies.
There we go. All right. So we went to Goodies, all right,
Yeah.
and Goodies was one of those places that, like, honestly, I'll never go back to. I'm going to be completely honest with you. We sat in there, didn't have the best experience. But Kreg, what don't you tell everybody about the experience that you had, my cultured friend?
Well, being a man of culture myself, I like fancy places for breakfast, like Sheetz and Wawa and Dunkin' Donuts and McDonald's breakfast. I mean, a McGriddle is literally
Kreg. Honestly, let's talk about the place that I took you, not those other places. Those other places people already know. Let's culture them a little bit into what is around here. All right.
So I'm dying of a migraine, and Mike and Krista are leading me through the gates of hell, and they're I see the look in their eyes. They know that I'm gonna just fucking break. So we sit down, and this dude comes over, and the first thing he says is, he goes, "What y'all hunting for?"
Oh my God.
That's remember right.
That? He fucking did.
Yeah, this whole place is about the size of this room, with like 6 booths, smells like cigarettes and death, and is all camo, and there's all pictures of dead things.
So what is it?
Yeah.
What is it? What is the place? Where are we sitting on? Where are we sitting at?
We're sitting in a booth.
We're sitting in a booth, but the booth and the place is basically for all hunters. This is a hunter's place. This is a place that people come when they're coming straight out of the woods or straight out of the Appalachian Trail, and they come down here. They're famished. They're dying. They're fucking dying.
You'd be better off dying.
Yeah, the last thing they have to eat is this fucking place. They come down.
The last
man. Every fucking place. If you're coming down here on Sunday, you are fucked. And you know that just as well as I do. We were fucked. We went in there already fucked. We sat down. You're like, I want to go to Sheetz. I want to go to Sheetz. I'm like, I got one better for you, bro. I got one better. Krista looked over at me and she's just like, are you sure about this? I was like, this place is going to be the shit. I guarantee you it's going to be awesome.
Mike's always right.
We pull up in the place. The moment I got out of the car, I was like, I was thinking about that video that you were telling me, man. It was fucking bad. Like it was bad. It was like you open up the door. It's like one of those old school, like the old style restaurants, except that you don't see any young people in there. These are all like 75-ish people that have been in there. They have seen their fucking time. Literally, you're walking in. The casket is right there, and half of those people is 1 foot in already, right? So you're looking, you're like, oh shit. So like, I came in, I was like,
I've never heard the term scrapple. I've never heard the term scrapple before. And I know like you guys are from Pennsylvania.
Of course you have. Stop it.
No, I never have. And I'm a very cultured man of New York. And so these bizarro hunters are, sitting there. They're easily 95 to 106 years old, decaying right before our eyes. So we order our fucking shit. You know what? I have a recording. We're going to get to it in a moment. Everything we ordered, we'll play the recording first and then we'll elaborate. I was recording, but for privacy's sake, for privacy's sake, I've replaced my image and I've replaced his image by just removing one tooth so that if he ever Googled himself the waiter, he doesn't find himself. Just one tooth.
Let's do it.
All right. And this is the conversation from Goodies.
Let's do it. Awesome.
Welcome to Goodies. What are you hunting for, you piece of shit?
I don't know, a bagel with cream cheese?
We don't got cream cheese. The chef took it home last night.
Why would the chef take home cream cheese?
It doesn't matter. What do you want?
I don't know, man. If you don't have cream cheese, I'll have butter.
Margarine. We're putting margarine on everything. We're gonna fucking drown it in margarine. I'm gonna drown it like I drowned my dogs before I fed them to the people that were in here last night.
Oh, I get it. That's Southern humor.
Who's laughing?
I'll just get some eggs, please.
We're not cooking them though. You're gonna suck the eggs down like in Rocky.
Oh yeah, man. I can't eat raw eggs. That's not healthy for anyone.
Nothing here's healthy. It's a health code violation. That's our
For
standard.
fuck's sake. Then I'll just have a coffee.
Coffee, we could do that. We got Maxwell House. And Maxwell House it fucks. All right, we could do coffee. We could do coffee and rotten eggs.
I don't want the eggs. We're gonna pass on the eggs. I'll just have coffee and some creamer.
Now, I hope you don't mind. The creamer's been sitting outside for 3.6 years.
I'm done.
Get back here!
And that's how it happened.
100%. That was 100% accurate to exactly what happened. Like
That
exactly.
is literally like no exaggeration.
Yeah.
The cream cheese thing, and confirmed in the comment section.
Uh-huh.
I'm assuming that's Krista because it says Facebook user. The chef took the cream cheese home, ordered a bagel with butter. This bagel looked like it was buried with King Tut. It was soaked in margarine, not just a little scrape, soaked. Like they took it a fucking vat of like formaldehyde and margarine and just like drenched it to like soak it up. It was hell. It was the worst thing I've ever. I mean, how do you? And the eggs were runny. It was like snot. And then the coffee. That was you when we were talking to the guy. You're like, "Hey, this is really good coffee." He's like, "It's Maxwell House," and we're like, "Really, really?" Like, and then you ordered. Well, first off, the creamer was chunky. Like when you open the creamer, it actually was like. Bleh, bleh. It was like you had to squeeze the creamer out, like it was fucking Go-Gurt. But the kicker,
I haven't heard that term in forever.
you ordered a donut.
Oh
And-
God, not just a donut. Hold on a second. Before we get into
Yeah.
the donut fuckery, how about the sausage gravy and biscuits? The best
Which
part
is-
of the fucking thing. It's the best part of the thing. I was like, Krista, try this. And she's like, this is pretty good. I was like, this is the best part of the fucking place. This is the best part of this place.
There was a good part of this place.
It was the best part of the place. I walked over to the waiter and I was like, because as I was paying, I was like, man, before we even hit the donut, I was like, this fucking sausage gravy is good shit. And he's like, came from Sam's Club. Came from Sam's Club, huh? I was,
Sam's-
yeah, you go to Sam's Club and get this. This is good. Yeah, we put it in the microwave for about 15 seconds or so. Then
That
we get it
happened.
really started, and then we put it in for another minute, and it gets hot. And I'm looking at him like,
But the worst thing for me, like, okay, the food was terrible, but what happened was behind the counter, right? There was a bunch of like, obviously hunters, and that's cool. That's their thing. I mean, listen, I'm not judging.
Greg, hold on a second though. You're not finished yet. How about when the Maxwell House came out and you were like, yo, can we get some of the creamer? And the guy's reaction to you when you said, no, this cream, that you put the cream in your coffee and it's all curling at the top of it and shit. And you're
Yeah.
like, I want another cup of this because this isn't right. He looks over, he goes, ain't nothing really wrong with that, but it gets a
Yeah.
little crunchy. You
Yeah,
know?
he goes, it gets
Yeah.
a little crunchy. Can you please smear it on the side of the cup and try to like break it up? I'm like, no.
Yeah, he said it gets a little crunchy, but I'll be more than happy to get you another cup.
So the whole time we're there, we're sitting there, and these guys are talking about like how they're like killing all these animals and like eating them and everything. It's like, all right, listen, you're a hunter. That's cool. That's your thing. Maybe not the best time to talk about how you're pulling out intestines and storing them in like a fridge and like, I don't know, just filling it with gasoline and drinking that for fun. That's what people in Pennsylvania do. I mean, not you. Like, you're the only normal person I know in Pennsylvania.
Bro, that place is 15 minutes from me.
That's why I said you're the only normal person I know from Pennsylvania.
It literally is 15. Nobody's ever heard of it. It's
So,
like,
so I could not eat a mouthful. Like, no joke, not a single mouthful. And I look at you and Krista, and I'm like, I gotta leave. I have to. I was already sick. I suffer of terrible migraines. I have nerve damage in my neck.
cultured, man. That's all.
So,
Come on, admit it.
yeah.
Just admit it. You're just afraid to be cultured. That's all. You know
Well,
what I mean? Like, look at the donuts that they put down, dude. I was like, you know
They
what,
look like wrapped up shit.
bro? He was like, you want a donut? I saw it for like $1.25. I was like, you know what?
You got two.
Give me them 2 of those shits. Let me get 2 of those.
Two
'Cause
shits, literally.
I was like, you motherfuckers ain't eating my donut. I want my own donut.
You can keep your donut.
That shit got put on the table. I looked at it. I was like,
You didn't even take
that's
them
not
out.
even half a donut. I don't even know what the fuck that was. I was like, what the fuck is this? Like, it didn't even look right. It was a half. It looked like a half of a preserver. Jesus Christ. So what in the hell?
So
I don't know who. I have no idea who the Facebook user is. Like, okay, so guys, if you can, just if you want us to answer, just put your name next to your post, because all I'm seeing is Facebook user.
I'm assuming that's Chris.
Here, I'll tell you what this is. Hold on, let me show you. The last one I'm seeing is that.
That's definitely Krista.
Okay. So, okay, yeah. So the crazy part is, like, I get a half a donut. I'm like, this is not it's not even a donut. It wasn't even right. So I get up. I see you're looking death. You're like death, dude. You were literally like, the culture has hit you so much that you were just like, I'm fucking dead. I'm done. I'm gonna die. And you're rocking back and forth. Like, it's the first time I've ever seen you act like that. I've never seen that. I looked over and I was like, we gotta get the fuck out of here.
I looked like you that one New York Comic-Con with the Gatorade.
Not even. No. I looked a lot worse than that. Just be honest. I was a lot worse than that. I nearly passed.
That was one of my best Comic-Con mornings, because I don't know if I've ever told anyone the story before. Was Mike was not doing so great at Comic-Con, and it's like 9:30 in the morning. And, you know, he's my buddy. I'm going to help him. I'm like, hey, man, you want breakfast or anything? A drink? He's like, yeah, I just need a Gatorade. I'm like, all right, let me go get you a Gatorade. And at your table, I was looking at a Ninja Turtles walkabout figure. And you're like, you know what? Here, just take this. I'm like, nah, man, like, it's mint on card or whatever. And you're like, no, take this for the Gatorade. I'm like, all right. All right. So
I'd have gave it to you for free, but I'll take it for the Gatorade.
no, it was worth the Gatorade. But no. So the goodies experience was, we end up walking out because I think for the first time ever, I kind of like threw a temper tantrum about it, because I just wasn't feeling good and I just needed to eat with my meds. And I was like, let's get the fuck out of here. I just want to go. So we leave. And then the guy, what did he say to you guys? He's like, what did he say at the end?
He says, you guys want some boxes?
Yeah. And we're like, no.
He just wants to get to the car. Oh, he just wants to get to the car, huh? So I made a joke on the way out that I was saying, yeah, they lost another 3. He was like looking at the other people. He's like, oh, there goes another 3. And then your reviews are horrible in that place, man.
Some are good. Some are okay.
Some of them are all right, but some of them are like really bad.
So if you guys are heading down to ZoloCon and you have a death wish, be sure to stop by Goodies. In Millersburg, which is nowhere near ZoloCon.
Not even close.
Take the trip. Take the plunge. Take the less plunge of your life. But yeah, it is literally, I'm not even shitting you, that is the worst food I've ever had in my entire life. And then we went to Sheetz, which made me a happy little, suburban white girl. And I had my fucking latte and my breakfast burrito. And I was a pretty princess after that. See, my man here, Pimp Daddy Satan, he knows what's up. Waffle House. Now, let's just jump topics for a second. We're going to talk about Waffle House. Mike, have you seen the Waffle House girl?
Okay, so hold on a second. Waffle House girl where?
So she's been trending on Twitter, and she's like Thor. Like, she's like this girl there. She's obviously a chef at Waffle House, and they're having a fight with her. And the customers take the chair and they throw it at this girl, this blonde girl, right? And her hair's all like fucking like energetically blowing in the wind. And she grabs the chair as it's coming right towards her. She grabs it, flips it around in her hand and throws it. And she's like, come on. And I'm like, this is Thor.
That girl would be me, dude. That would be me right there. I see that shit happening. I want to get involved. I mean, look, you're going the extra mile. That girl's getting a raise.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
I would love to interview her because I've never seen any. It was like,
is she here? Is she up here? Oh my God! There you go. We got her now. She's back. We got
No, it was the coolest thing I've ever seen. But yeah, if you Google it, it's I wish I could get the clip. Maybe I can. Maybe I can bring it into the show. I don't know.
as you end the broadcast. It's like, dude, what?
Bro, I'm not even gonna fuck with that shit anymore.
No, it's not.
No, it's a 3-minute clip, and it would just take too long to edit. But anyway, if you guys are watching and you need to see Waffle House Girl, I highly recommend it. It is badass. She would definitely be a force to reckon with in MMA.
No shit. That's awesome.
What's the shirt, Mike?
Oh, this? Oh, yeah, man. Okay, so this is my new company that I actually I'm partners with. It's a new drink company here. It's Sunji. See it? It's cool, right?
How do you have time to run another company?
Well, I'm going to tell you what I tell everybody. You just got to stay away from the drugs, kids.
Important news right there. Stay away from the drugs.
So, I got a question for you.
Oh, okay.
So, every year, right? You have a tradition every year. Do you have a yearly tradition for New Year's? Does I guess a lot of people have $350 from some island. I did not pay $350 for this shirt. No, this is a branded deal. This is a good thing.
I used to have a tradition, and I would call all my family members at midnight. But
you want to do it live? You want to do it here?
For Trinidad, no, actually, my pretty much my whole family except one person is pretty much dead now, so that's fun. So
wow,
yeah, kind of depressing, right?
Well, let me hit up the person that you wanted to call. What do you think of that?
You're calling yourself?
No.
What do you have any traditions on New Year's?
Oh, New Year's traditions. Okay, so pretty much, I usually
this man always knows what the hell he's doing. He always has the best traditions.
Yeah, that's amazing. Yeah, it's amazing.
Good man.
Yeah,
I wish we could be as cultured, but we're not.
Yeah, that's really something, man. Like that type of tradition is really.
You got to come party with us.
Yeah.
Even though like we're technically home, we're still old and boring.
So I think that one of the things I think that I would do over I guess like even the last 10 years is because I was so involved in factories, it makes it really difficult to really do anything like past midnight. I mean, not because like you're constant communication, right? So you're
Right.
communicating with China, you're communicating with in the morning, and then you're communicating with people overseas. So it just makes it like an absolute mess. And then obviously your factories here are starting up early in the morning. So I would say with the last 10 years, it made that juggle kind of weird. But I usually text people just the same way and do it. I don't really stay out. Like there's a lot of people that I know. It's like, oh, we're going to watch a ball drop. Like, here's a question. Did you ever watch the ball drop in New York?
No,
New York. So
I'm 20 minutes away, and I will never go down there. I have no desire to be around. I have no desire to be around people in general. I hate people.
I was at your house. I think you could see the ball drop from your house, couldn't you?
No,
even if you're on your roof.
No, I can see Dick Clark drop. Did you hear? Actually, did you hear? They're bringing him back this year at midnight.
You told me that.
I did.
And you said you had something on that.
Yeah, so it's part of this whole thing. But you know how I love my zombies and everything, and I do my research, my homework. But they actually dug him up because it was in his not his will, I guess his will, like his like last whatever it is. So they dug him up. They flushed his system with formaldehyde and trioxin. Right? They broke out the rigor mortis and everything. And tonight at midnight, he's going to take over. And this is actually a sneak peek photo that one of my friends who's down there right now, they're backstage because, I was in TV and movies and everything. So one of my friends is a cameraman, and this is actually an image from midnight tonight. Yeah. That's Dick Clark, which is there. And
it's extraordinary.
he looks good for his age.
So they're gonna pull him out and actually like use that.
Right. Yeah. And you know how like in The Mandalorian they did like de-aging and they did like CG for Mark Hamill's voice and everything because it wasn't even him talking.
Yeah, I remember that. They actually skinned him.
That's how they're pulling it out with Dickie over here.
They skinned Mark Hamill, isn't that right? When they
Yes.
did that?
Yeah. Mark Hamill.
That's what they call it. They skinned them. Yeah, that's what they
Full Hellraiser. Yes.
Uh-huh.
He is
Yeah, that's what I was wondering.
full Hellraiser.
Amazing.
But yeah, no, he looks freaking absolutely great for 155. So
He's 155. Yeah. How many ball drops do you think that dude's seen? Oh shit! Hold on a minute. No, I think that was phrasing. That was bad. How about dropping the ball? No. Let's skip that. Let's just make believe that never was said. Let's do that.
Wait, seriously? That's absolutely awesome. Dude, send me a screen cap. I'm dying to see where you are in that scene.
Put him right up here. Put him right the hell up here.
I will. I'm gonna out him right here.
Was that a New Year's movie too? Spider-Man, or was it December? Wasn't it a December movie when it came out?
Spider-Man was, I think it was a summer. Yeah.
It was a summer film? Because that was like my favorite film franchise ever. I love Spider-Man, man. He's like one of my favorite characters in comics. You know, a lot of people like Superman. Or Batman. I'm a big Spider-Man guy. I mean, like
Spider-Man's the best of Marvel for sure.
I think you're Batman though, right? You're more like the Batman dude.
Batman for me for DC, yeah. I mean, Batman's my all-time fave.
Yeah. I like Spidey. I don't know.
But Keaton's my guy.
Yeah, Keaton's always been one of the more fun characters of the Bruce Waynes and the Batman. And
yes,
anyway,
I do remember that the original trailer for Spider-Man, if you remember, had
9/11. Was it for real?
The original trailer actually had these criminals robbing a bank, and they're flying a helicopter through Manhattan, and there's a huge web between the Twin Towers, and the helicopter gets stuck in between it. And just as that happened, 9/11 happened, like I think a week or two after.
I'm a big fan of Hammond too. Like I thought Hammond was actually awesome. I had a conversation with a few guys to do
Great icon, by the way.
Yeah. Oh yeah, of course. Yeah, Jeff. It was one of my favorite cartoons. Like he was like one of the coolest cartoon Spider-Man characters. Hammond, right? Like he did the cartoon. As far as I know, I'm pretty sure he was the cartoon and he wasn't the live action, but I could get it all mixed up. So you could correct me on that.
So I got to ask you, 2022 is coming to an end. In 1 hour in Trinidad.
That's true. That 1 hour in Trinidad, you're pretty much there.
And for those of you just joining us, we will play that video again at in 9 minutes, because apparently we paid $350 for that video. So why waste it?
No, I got fruit, dude. You're forgetting. They sponsored us. We have fruit. I'll send you some.
No, I hate fruit. I won't eat fruit. I don't like fruit.
You don't eat fruit. That's why you have half the problems that you do. You got to eat fruit, especially. I got dragon fruit over there, dude. That shit is that's some healing fruit. You know what I mean?
You know
skin and all and that shit.
You know what I hate more than anything in this world? When you go out with, whether it's your friends or a date or whatever, and like, okay, so you go on a date with a girl, and you're like, hey, you want to go out? And she's like, yeah, take me somewhere fancy. And you're like,
oh, you're going out that sounds like that, but that's sexy. But go ahead.
Yeah, that's fucking hot.
Yeah.
And so you're like, all right. And you're like, well, where do you want to go? And she's like, I want to go to Brooklyn. And you're like, first off, Brooklyn is like $30 in tolls. And she's like, I want to go to a hipster bar and drink Pabst Blue Ribbon. And then you're like, all right, well, I don't drink. So you're going to drink yourself under the table with like $90 worth of Pabst, because one beer in Manhattan or Brooklyn is like $50 for a can. And then she's like, I want some greens and some apps and some hors d'oeuvres, and she'll just go on for fucking hours. That's every date. The girl just fucking drones for hours, right? And then at the end of the night, you got a $500-600 bill, and then she's like, "You know what? It wasn't even that good, but I appreciate you. You're a sweet guy, and I'll see you soon." And then you're like, "All right, that's cool." And then she ghosts you, and you know what? You had a terrible night. You didn't enjoy the food, and she's a bitch. But the point and moral of the story is you did not enjoy your food. You know where you do enjoy your food, and you always succeed? McDonald's, okay? Not Wendy's. Well, you know what? No, I'm going to give a runner-up to Taco Bell, okay? You go to Taco Bell, which you have near your house, or Mickey D's, you never leave unhappy. You can eat like a god for under $12. And you take a girl. Now, guys in the audience, check out this sage-like advice from the love guru right here. You take a girl, you take a girl out, right? Sonic, yeah, lunchroom food. You tell a girl, and you're like, "Hey, girl, you want to go to Mickey D's? You want to go in the play place?" And she's like, "Yeah, that's fun." That's a good girl. That's a cool chick. She's like, free of spirit. And then she's like, "Yay, McDonald's." That's cool. That's a cool chick. Cool chicks like McDonald's.
What does this have to do with fruit?
Because fruit's disgusting and unhealthy. McDonald's is
No. I'm trying to figure out. Like you said, you went off and you started talking about like having a tab and everything else, and I'm like, yeah, dragon fruit over there. Like you show me a restaurant that has dragon fruit that's literally right there that I have a cool chick or a toddler. That was great.
A cool chick with the mentality of a toddler. What if she's just brain dead? I've been married for 15 years and we both love macas. See, and now that is why they're together. And that is real love because of Ronald the motherfucking clown McDonald. Clowns bring people together. You can laugh with them. You can kill them.
Jeff, does that mean McDonald's? Jeff is from
Yes,
Australia.
that's Australian. In Australia, they call McDonald's macas.
Do you guys actually, in Australia, though, you don't have like meat? Do you eat like kangaroo, right? Like it's kangaroo meat. I believe it's kangaroo. So I went to Turkey, and when I was in Turkey, and then when I was in Greece, they actually put kangaroo in their food. Like it wasn't like our McDonald's.
You can order that separate, but
Jeff can actually answer this because I'm wondering if it's the same now. Because I literally had this conversation today. I had this conversation with Krista, actually, of all people. It's actually pretty funny. So camel burgers would have been turkey, right? No beef, not kangaroo.
Not beef.
No beef, not kangaroo. So what is it though? Like, so what are they doing? No, it's not. No. Okay. So in or is
it's
it
human? It's human.
Okay, so I'm gonna tell you, in Greece, I'm not kidding around here, and I don't know if anybody here is from Greece. I'm trying to figure out like if Theo, no, because Theo is from Italy. I'm trying to think if anybody's from Greece over here, but like, no, and I'm talking about kangaroo is I've had it. Like I'm not just making this shit up. Like I actually had it when I was over there.
So you went to Australia and you just grabbed a random kangaroo and started eating?
No, I went to McDonald's, and McDonald's actually served kangaroo. They did not serve beef. It was not.
Were you on like edibles and someone's like, "Oh, this is a kangaroo. This is McDonald's," and you're just like, "Oh, okay." And it was like some maniac's house.
They actually serve beer in their McDonald's. Like they actually have like I'm not great. No, okay. So it probably wasn't Greece. I think it was more like Turkey. It was either Turkey or Middle East. It could have been the Middle East too, because everybody is Americanized, right?
It's not kangaroo. So some of my best friends are from Australia too, and my favorite word that they have there, and Jeff, you could confirm this, they don't call a garbage man a garbage man. They're called the Garbo.
Fuck, that is an actual awesome name.
Isn't that cool as shit? Yeah, that's badass.
Yeah, if someone was like Garbo, you know what I mean? You get that guy a fucking bear.
They're like, "Oi, it's 2 p.m. The Garbo's here." Oi, oi.
Oh shit, I'm learning a lot today, man.
See? There's my guy.
Yeah, that's great.
Garbo's.
So I wonder, okay, so I gotta at least go to Australia and try that. I mean, like when I was
You're gonna go to Australia and try a garbage man?
That and that McDonald's both. Yeah, Garbage Man, a Garbo, and McDonald's both. I went first to McDonald's and then to Garbo.
Yeah, Nick, it is horse meat, but goddamn, that's a good horse. So okay, 2022 is coming to an end now that we've went off on a complete tangent. Oh, we got 1 minute till we play the video again. Do you want to just do it now and get that? We'll segue. We're gonna play the video again from Trinidad.
While you're doing the Trinidad video, I'm gonna go ahead and grab another one of these, and I'll be right back.
You're finna cop a drink.
I'm gonna get another drink.
All right, and this is the video that Mike paid $350 for.
I got fruit, and we're sponsored. What the fuck? We're sponsored by dude. Yeah, look, I told you.
Go get your drinky drink.
Around with that. Come on,
go get your drinky drink. Here's the video.
Play the video. It's amazing. Play it.
Eu tenho tudo família não sei já que nem bom chive. Mas se o dia mundo após já, mundo sabe belo chive. Eu acabei de piu. O pai de diversão de belo chive sabe ele não faz nem belo chive, né? É porque só o capim teto.
Chive é belo.
Chive
é belo, né?
O pai capim.
Oui.
É porque ça.
É um pen.
Não. Moi, par ça, plein de toi, puis on plein.
Ça, vous savez.
Et puis on bosse.
On bosse.
Et ni bosse là, c'est pour plein.
That happened. That's a thing. But it is kind of cool. Listen, end of the day, we have that. We are sponsored from the whole island of Trinidad. The Queen has acknowledged us.
Exactly.
That is, you know what? Listen, who am I to doubt you? Who am I?
You know what, man? Look at the time, dude. 1 hour, we're honoring them. You know what I mean? Like 1 hour, that's New Year's.
That's the Queen, and she outlived the Queen of England, who was Barbara Walters. Barbara Walters was actually the Queen of England, but they covered that up real bad too.
You know, my grandmother used to say that. My grandmother actually was a Barbara Walters fan, and she loved the Queen, and that makes perfect sense.
Well, I was your grandmother in disguise.
Grandma.
It's like Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey. Give your grandma a kiss.
Actually, to tell you the truth, dude, hold on a second. The whole time.
Wow.
We both are like fucking neither one of us.
Our faces
like,
off.
Dude, you will see head explosions in over here. Like, what the fuck?
2022 is coming to a close, and with 2022 coming to a close, this was a year filled with a lot of stuff, specifically you and I, coming up with ideas for 2023. I had my first figure with you this year, or first 2 figures with you this year. No, 3. We did 3 figures this year with me.
Technically, you would have had it 2017. Excuse me.
Technically, but released this year. We had Gate Night, Pain Deer, and Coffin Maker. Next year, for 2023, I will just be following up with the Halloween figure. The 2023 Halloween figure is so badass. It's part of the trilogy. So if you have Coffin Maker, there's one more and then another one. So there's the 3-part series, and it's badass. If you know Coffin Maker and you look at it, you go, oh, okay, I know where he's going with this. But anyway, 2022 is coming to a close. What I'm going to go get mine, but what was your favorite figure pickup and why? Well, you tell the audience what your favorite figure pickup is. I'm going to go get Jeff. Thank you so much, brother. Really appreciate that. That's super cool. That figure was just a labor of love. So I'm going to go get my figure because I just got it the other day. You tell your favorite figure, and I'll go get mine. Oh, there's my little Run with the Underworld display. Well, here, but big displays in the other room. But Mike, this one's all you.
All right. Yeah, sure. Yeah, I'll move you over here, and we'll do that. How's that sound? All right, everybody. It's me. Whoa, shit. I like the. All right, that's good. It's a little claustrophobic in there. You know what I mean? Yes. Okay. So, I'll tell you this, like, as far as pickups are concerned, everybody, you know, I am a avid toy collector, as people know that. and I used to have like a ridiculous Mego collection. I still have a lot of Megos, but one of my favorite things and I've always wanted was a Mego Jaws, which is a 1970s Moonraker kind of figure. Had like Roger Moore, right? But Jaws was Richard Kale, which is the he was the dude with the like the metal jaws. I don't know if you guys remember that one or not. It had like a magnetic thing on it. But I ended up getting it this year at one of the toy shows, and I was like absolutely thrilled about it. And that was like amazing. But as Kreg said, I mean, there was a lot of cool things that came out this year. I mean, we did Death Dealer. I mean, like, come on. 5.5, I've been waiting for a Death Dealer forever. Ever since I started doing Realm of the Underworld. I've always wanted, starting way back when and doing that. So, starting off the series and being able to put out a figure like that was really awesome. And then we were able to do some of these guys, which was really wild too. To be able to have these guys actually going was really awesome. Because there was never a time when they actually ever made flesh eaters or anything even close to the Frazetta figures. So that's fun. I wanted to, make things that I would be absolutely thrilled with and do that. So that was really awesome. Jeff, yeah, you know what? The thing about Frazetta's Conan is that that was one of the first things I asked about. That and the actual logo of Galaxy Warriors, right? If you can remember the Galaxy Warriors, where it had like the Against the Gods guy up in the front, you had like the sword. So I want the original logo for Frazetta was supposed to be the Galaxy Warriors logo. So thank you, Chad. I appreciate that. Thank you. The Flesh Eaters were awesome because it was an idea that I had to kind of bring everything together. And you guys, if you have Necros, then you also know that all those figures kind of tie in together, right? And I have a few other ideas for the future as well. So, but that's some stuff that I have to like kind of get approved before I even like venture into talking about them. But it'll be some awesome stuff. But yeah, some of my favorite stuff. And I was telling you, Kreg, because you've seen it before, was the Mego Jaws was one of them. I got a Dakin Mighty Mouse, which is like one of my favorite figures that I've had from my childhood.
Super cool.
And obviously being able to bring out Frazetta was just, for me, that was kind of like a letter to the fans, right? To say, hey, look, we're doing it. And I just want to say this real quick, and then I'll let you.
No, do you?
I wanted to, when I brought these out, I was actually terrified. When I got the license, I was terrified because I wanted to show everybody that the idea was that like we got the license, but you have a obligation to the fans, right? You got to show the best possible product that you can. And for me, it's like you keep on wanting to do better, right? You want to get your figures better and better and better and better as you produce them. And bringing out these guys was absolutely wild because to get these and to be able to put them out and say, okay, well, I could stand behind this because I feel good about these figures. That's the way I wanted to feel when I first released them. And when I first got the license, I said, oh, wow, awesome. We got the license. Now what? So, It really was a challenge, and I'm so happy that everybody came together. The entire team came together to put this together, and I could not be any more happier with it. So I'm hoping.
Yeah, you nailed that.
What was that?
I said, yeah, you absolutely nailed those figures. Like they're cool as shit.
I want to for the future figures. I want to do the same thing, and I want to kind of like keep it moving in that upward direction. But yeah, man. What is your figure here?
What's funny is like I think one of my my absolute home run from you this year was let me get them off the shelf.
I had that also. Your question, I'll get back to that question right there, right after Kreg.
I had to customize him a bit because I felt he was a little naked, but this lovely gentleman, I added some tassels and a leather cape. I just love this figure. Everything about him is cool. The head underneath, so handsome, so handsome, beautiful guy.
What does he look like under there?
He's really ridiculously handsome. Let me just put that in there. He's just like,
look at that.
Hey, Mike. I'm Mike. But yeah,
That was an absolutely cool thing there that Jose did. He did a wonderful job with it. And then Alvis obviously nailed the helmet really well.
I
too.
love the he just needed some clothes on mine. But no, for me, I would say I got one of my all-time holy grails last week or this week. I don't even know what week it is. It was last week. I am a diehard Power Rangers fan. A lot of people are like, "Oh, really? Aren't you a little?" No, fuck no. I love that stuff. When I was a kid, there was a line called Battle Bikes, Power Rangers Battle Bikes, and they didn't look. Their proportions weren't as goofy as like the big figures or the flip head figures, because like with the flip head figures, the Automorphins, there's like a cut in the chest, and like they didn't scale very well. So then these figures here came out for the Battle Bikes, and they looked decent enough, and you can actually put them in things, and they were just really cool. So when these came out, they didn't have the Green Ranger or the two girls. In Series 2, they came out with the girls and a White Ranger. White Ranger's cool. I'm a diehard Green Ranger fan. Nobody. It was just years and years and years searching for green. There was no green. Found out many, many years after I was out of the Power Ranger scene, the Green Ranger was die cast in Japan under Jew Ranger. Now, what happened was that figure is stupid hard to get now that Jason has passed away. So what happened was, Jeff, I'm 100% with you. That actually, we'll bring that up in a minute. But what happened was I always get trained, like I always lose thought. I'm like, God damn it, I can't believe he's gone. But yeah, so what happened was I just started using that app, Whatnot, and Toy Store was Rip and Run. They were selling random figures, and I was like, okay, what you guys got? And at the bottom of one of their bins from a customer that I guess came in and traded them, straight from Japan, baby. Here he is. Actually, near mint condition, but here's the problem. He's incomplete. So if anyone out there has or even sees any accessories for this guy, please, dear God, let me know. I would love to at least get his dagger or a shield, something. This was one of my holy grails. It is now in my collection, and that's 20. No, this was 30 years. 30 years is the anniversary this year. Unbelievable. 30 years looking for this stupid thing.
And I actually wasn't in the Power Rangers. I knew the actors, and hearing about him was really sad. Like Tommy, hearing about the whole story with that, it was like almost like you didn't want to believe it at first, and then you find out later on.
Yeah,
and it's like, oh no.
So Pimp Daddy Satan, I made Power Rangers Time Force costumes for the show with Vernon Wells. Got to make a plaster cast of his face. Dude, no way. So for those out there, Vernon Wells was in Mad Max.
Mm-hmm.
Super, super cool. I love Time Force. Really dark season. Like they actually kill Rangers. The show got really dark under Saban. And then when Disney bought it, it went to shit. But yeah, I'm a Tommy guy. So that was my holy grail. That's cool. And one of my oddest pickups of this year is actually because of you. And I found something out about it just recently. Mike, do you remember I was at your place and you gifted me?
Right. Yeah.
So I'm like, all right, this thing's freaking cool. I'm a huge Noid fan.
I thought you would have pulled that from the card already.
Well, I did.
Okay.
So I have a lot of Noid stuff. I love him. He's goofy. He's cool. And he reminds me a lot of, my childhood. I'm watching Ninja Turtles, the movie, the 1991, right?
Mm-hmm.
Michelangelo picks up his payphone, who we're buddies with him in real life, Robbie.
Yes,
Robbie, good old Robbie.
You slapped Robbie. I remember that when you were at Chiller, and I was like, what the hell? You're not that cool with him. And he started laughing and gave you a hug. I was like,
oh, slap me again.
Yeah, you remember, you know what the reason was, right? Because when when you were like, yo, let me get your, he goes, you were trying to get him something, and you were doing him a huge
DVD.
favor. Yeah, and he was just like, yo, just use my Instagram. And you're like, well, let me just get your number because I'm doing you a favor.
Right.
And he looked at you and he goes, slap me in the face and call me a bitch. And you literally slapped him in the face and said, bitch. And I was like, are you fucking kidding? You're that close.
And
you guys are actually cool with each other now.
Yeah,
you could honestly say you slapped Michelangelo in the face.
How
cool is that, right?
Yeah, I mean, listen, it's and then after I slapped him, he was like, so.
Oh wow, that sucked. You know what? They got to pay for that. That's part of our after hours show that you have to pay for.
Got to pay for that. So this exact figure, is sitting on top of the Ninja Turtles payphone as they're ordering pizza. So thank you.
Yeah, that's awesome.
I had like an eagle eye. I was like, are you kidding? Exact.
Let me jump back to one thing and then we'll move forward. Chad had asked me up on the top, Chaos Collectibles up on the top there had asked,
right.
Could you just call him the Barbarian? Right. And I think that was the question.
Right there.
I cannot call him the Barbarian under Frazetta. And the reason why I can't call him Barbarian under Frazetta is because Conan the Barbarian is owned by Paradox Comics. And I think it's something I might have brought up before. Paradox is a juggernaut powerhouse when it comes down to licensing, right? If you were to have a character that's even close to Conan, right? And you bring that figure out and you actually put it with anything that resembled or has that has been in one point or another in commerce under a specific name, everybody gets in trouble because it's no longer the problem is it's no longer a knockoff anywhere. It actually becomes you can't call them any of that. What I'm basically trying to say is that, like, if you're using Frazetta and you bring out one of those paintings of Conan, you're going to get in a lot of trouble. I've already researched all this and I've talked to the museum. Believe me, I want to do every version of Conan that there was. The problem is that Paradox, I believe, has licensed that to Super 7, right? I mean, I think Super 7 owns that. And I've talked to Brian before about specific licensing, not Conan, but like other licenses. And it's something that would be very interesting to do. It's very, very complicated. Frazetta is extremely complicated. And the reason why you've never seen a Frazetta figure, Death Dealer, in 5.5 that is, or an action figure before we put one out, I think we had a 12-inch, right? They did a 12-inch figure, I think, of Death Dealer. I think it was the only figure that was made. I think it was Tyson or something to put it out. But the issue is that if you were to do, and the biggest problem is like the estate was handled by a very, very tough attorney. Let's just put it that way. And they wouldn't license out anything. Everything was about like, if you're going to do it this way, we want ridiculous royalties and everything else. And it was a real pain. It was an absolute pain. And the problem too is that, dealing once you put something barbarian onto Frazetta, they immediately assume it's Conan.
Right.
Your ass in trouble. Like it is always assumed, because I was told by them when they went out and made a statue, they were okay in making the statue. The moment they did, wait a minute, no. They were able to sell the paintings. The moment they did a statue, they got in trouble for it. They could not do a 3D sculpture. They said there's no 3D sculptures allowed for that particular character because it's owned by them. They said if you're going to do paintings, I understand he did the paintings. You own rights to the paintings. You do not own rights to the physical character. You know what's really crazy, man? You know who Conan was when it was actually drawn up? Do you know who that was? Frank Frazetta. It was his face. He actually put his face on Conan. Yeah. So the picture where he's on all those bodies is Frank Frazetta standing there with the sword and the girls like grabbing onto his leg. That's his face. You could, and that's the argument that they had. And they said, no, I'm sorry. you can't do that because he actually licensed that as Conan or sold that to be Conan. And because of that, even though it was him,
He sold his own
use
face.
it was his face. They couldn't use it. It was absolutely
His face off.
face off. Let's do some drugs and say that. Oh, okay. So what else we got? Oh, Black Star. Black Star is very interesting, Seth. It's a very interesting figure. That's a very interesting figure line. I have every one of those. As a matter of fact, in back of me is one of my ice castles. I have two ice castles. Yeah,
20,
French one.
2023. What do you see happening with you convention-wise? What do you see with you collecting-wise? And what do you see with you product-wise?
Just three separate things.
I'm fucking going for the fences here.
Jeez. Okay, so
well, I'll break it down because I'm involved with one of them at least.
Of course, no, of course. Let's start off with the.
Let's do the convention first. You got two Zolocons coming up.
Possibly three. There's possibly.
So we want to see all you guys down there.
Yeah, possibly.
Oh, yeah. You know what time it is, Mike?
You know, he's asking to do the series.
No, he's asking for
Man-Tech action figures, the interchangeable system of robot warriors, weapons, and support equipment. Man-Tech, all with.
There you go.
Just kept going to the end of the commercial. Yeah, so I am not okay. There was a whole inside thing even before the whole Larson deal came up with the Man-Tech deal.
No conventions. Tell us the conventions.
Oh, okay, yeah. Because I know that there's a whole Man-Tech story.
Oh, we're gonna get into that, but right now we're selling the conventions. Everybody, before the year's up, get your tickets to Zolocon. Located in Pennsylvania, next to the goodies, behind a dumpster.
Not that one. That's a third one. That's a possible third show.
Right.
Yeah, and we're looking to do it later on in the year. So there's two Zolocons. There's one in the coming up in February, and there's one coming up in September.
Right.
Two awesome conventions, actually. They're killer. Come on out. It's a great time. I got Mike Grell coming. We got Migo, NECA, Four Horsemen, Formo Toys. They should have their first test shots and stuff like that. They should have them at the show, so you get a chance to hold the actual figures that you bought. Test shot wise, you know what I mean? That's pretty badass.
Jeff, you can, man. Just jump on a kangaroo and come on over, bro.
Yeah. Now that I know McDonald's isn't taking
and then Michael eat it.
No, I won't. I won't eat a kangaroo.
So we got Zolocon.
Not if I didn't know what it was.
Possibly three. This is insane. Guys, if you're coming, be sure to say hi. We got hookers, drugs, whatever you need.
It's a lot of fun. Zolocon's a lot of fun. There's a lot of people. Like, we got a huge crowd. It's not a cliquey crowd too, which is neat. You know, like you go to some of these other conventions, and the shame part is like, you know, and I'm not going to name conventions, but I'm just saying, like, I will out of place. You know, like you feel almost out of place with some of them, and this one here is definitely like family oriented. Like everybody is like, if you're part of the board, everybody knows you. You're like, oh, yeah. Shit, you're that guy. Oh, that's awesome. And then you know, like it turns really awesome. It's really cool. Most of the people from the board's there. So
just don't hang around Krista when you're there.
Oh, stop it.
She's mean. She's a mean person.
Stop.
That's all I'm saying. She's a mean person.
It's probably not even there. She's probably like, you know, I left.
Yeah, she's like, I did my due diligence here, so I'm out.
Yeah, I threw my first ball and got the fuck out of there.
But
you said collection wise, right?
Collection wise, what's on your big want list of 2023?
Oh man, that's a tough one because like
is there anything you don't have? Or I mean, like modern wise, I'm only buying Masters Origins. Other than that,
fuck Rotu. Yeah, I hear you.
Yeah, I'm done with fuck Rotu. Fucking shit. No. I mean, like in stores. Like I'm not buying anything modern.
Like, yeah, I mean in stores and retail. I mean the stuff that people actually are trading.
Stop.
No, I'm fucking around with you. We are in retail. So so as far as Origins, yeah, I'm gonna. I'm gonna continuously buy Origins. Origins is a lot of fun. I've said this too, to people because
Ooh. We're gonna answer that in a sec.
top 5. Wow, that's pretty wild. That's
Like top 5 figures or top 5 lines?
figures from lines, basically, is what he's asking.
Modern or vintage?
This has been a question that a lot of people has asked for this year, believe it or not. And no, well, it's going to be modern. It's going to be this year's figures that came out.
Oh, I've only bought a handful of stuff. Top 5 figures of modern this year.
Uh-huh.
You and I both don't buy a lot of modern.
I would be biased in saying, I'd definitely be biased in saying stuff, but
I'm going to write it down. I'm going to write mine down while you say yours, because I got to think.
I'm going to be biased, though, because, you know what I mean? Like, I'm a 5.5 collector, but then, you know what I mean? Like, I like my thing, dude, and I'm going to be honest with you. I
top 5. God.
It's really tough. This is a really tough one. And the reason why I say that for is because, there's only 2 lines in 5.5 that I collect.
Yeah.
That's Masters, and that's my stuff. I'm saying, outside of don't get me wrong, man. I like the resin. I like the resin scene, but I don't have it here. Yeah, I don't have the figure here. But I'm not as far as the resin scene's concerned, it's I like the figures, but I'm a factory produced guy. That's what I collect. That's the stuff that ends up in magazines. That's the stuff that really.
Yeah, fuck Kreg stuff. You're throwing that right back in my face.
No, not really. No, I don't mean it that way.
I'm kidding.
I actually do resin cast too, and I like the resin.
Is it Marty Jannetty or is it Shawn Michaels?
I love that. I fucking love that. I will keep that up. But I'm that's the whole thing with me is just I like the factory produced stuff. I'm more of when people ask me, and it's funny because when I put out a figure, and the moment people see any type of resin or any type of accessories on it, the first thing they ask is this factory, right? I think that the name Zola World and what we've put out over the years has kind of allowed me to kind of screw around a little bit with that scene. You know what I mean? Because it is kind of official. It's official to the line, especially if it's something that I want to put in a book later on. I do, Seth. I like the WWE superstars, and I think what it is, the reason why I like them for is the person that's behind the series. And the guy that's behind that series is Bill Beneke, and Bill has been a huge supporter of Realm of the Underworld. As a matter of fact, he actually and I've said this many times here on lives and stuff, but he's actually came in, bought Realm of the Underworld, and started the Masters of the WWE universe. As you can remember, it was a mashup between He-Man and the wrestlers, right? The WWE wrestlers or WWF wrestlers that were put together as a mashup. And that whole line was inspired by Realm of the Underworld because he actually purchased the figures, and he would be around his son. And that was the whole reason why even Origins got brought back and that was the reason why Origins got brought back is because Brass saw what he was doing. He pitched it to them. And if you notice, the very first figure on Triple H is a throwback to Acromancer. One of the very first figures that came out to the series was actually Acromancer. So I thought you knew that. Yeah. So Bill Beneke was the reason. So he came to me and he said to me, and I didn't even know he worked for Mattel at the time. I had no idea. I didn't know who this guy was. He was buying my figures year after year at PowerCon in California, and obviously during El Segundo. So he came up and he went, he said to me, he goes, I want to let you know that these things are incredible, and you brought me closer to my son by doing this. And me and my son play with these toys. We love the interchangeable part of it. And then I see an interview with Pixel Dan, of all people, with Bill talking about WWE Universe. So the next year I said, oh my God, dude. I said, look, I said that wow, I'm congratulations. And he goes, if it wasn't for you, none of this would be going on. He said, you inspired me to basically create these figures. And this is coming from the horse's mouth, which is cool. Another thing too, is I know I've said this many times on the show, Reese O'Brien, a lot of people know from Funko. He designs a lot of the Funko Pops, but he was the head behind the Savage World line, right? And a lot of people talk about Savage World. Savage World was no figure ever looked like that in He-Man, the Triple H, right? So Savage World was made by him, and the figure was based off of what a lot of people said it was Zorn, right? Zorn was a scan of fucking Praetus, dude. I don't know if I told you this, for Realm of the Underworld's Wave 2 Praetus. He bought that figure, he gave it to Isabella. Isabella scanned it and created. So all the 5.5 figures, guys, that you're seeing today is pretty much because of what we put out. Like there was no 5.5. And I know I've brought this up many times before, and I've even said it to Brian Heiler when he was on the show, that it's really cool to see that there's an escalation. But again, like a lot of people don't realize that there's not a lot of. Yeah, a lot of people didn't realize. So the thing about that too, Seth, is that the quality, I warned them and I said to them, look, make sure that you put an emphasis on the leg tree, because that's something that Remco never did. That's something that I did. And I was explaining to them what to use. And obviously they're probably like, they didn't care. They're like, yo, we're already holding the baton. We're doing this and we're going to put these out there for like 10 and $15. That's what we're going to do. It's expensive. For our trees in the middle that's holding the figure, the legs together,
right?
That tooling is expensive. The material in that tool is a lot of money, and I wanted them to place an emphasis on the interchangeable aspect of it. I said I want this to be something that you're going to be able to pull apart, put it together, and it needs to do this on a lot of times. So, Thundercats was breaking out of the package. It was all because what they did, and I'm gonna tell you real quick, and I'm gonna get into something else because I don't need to keep up with this, but the ball joints, right? The problem with the ball joints was that they didn't make them. They inhibited the material with something other than POM. He said that it's a POM material, which is a reinforced kind of plastic, right? But the way China did it in the factories, they must have went ahead and DC is the same. Yeah, all those figures are the same way. That's why they're not made today. And the problem is that because they inhibited,
would pop off in the packaging.
They'd break, bro. They'd break. They'd hit against the side and it'd break the leg straight off because the trees themselves weren't good. They weren't done right. And they inhibited the plastic with something other than POM. They actually put like ABS plastic into the POM. It's like taking the bodies, right, that I have, like in the Realm of the Underworld figures, and making it completely on the leg tree. So when you put it on there, of course it's going to snap because it's such a rigid, there's so much rigidity into that this wouldn't happen. You would snap this sucker clean off. If you're trying to take the, and I just snap the, but like if you're to snap this, like, and bring it straight up, like in the leg that you see here, that is POM. That is a very expensive material that we're putting into this. And because they had to charge the money that they're charging,
right,
10 and whatever money, they're not claiming interchangeability. They're claiming that this is going to be a $10 figure. You know what I mean? That's what they were selling to you. So obviously it's going to have problems. You know what I mean? Like when you're putting out something and you got to make it as cheap as possible, because this is for the casual collector. This is not for the actual collector like us, like people, like all the people in the audience and us, right? To collect those figures. We're not casual collectors. We're actually collectors of this stuff. And we want to put them on shelves. We want to pull them out of the packages and whatever, and set them up or pull them apart and do customs and stuff like that. Because we're collecting these, right? This is something that we're passionate about.
Absolutely.
The problem is when, we're, the cost to produce has to be a specific amount of money to charge $9.95 if they have to go to clearance for these things or whatever they were. So that becomes a disaster, especially when you're relying on these friction points to actually last. And it was a shame. It was a real shame. Thanks, Seth. No, I appreciate that, man.
So to answer Seth's question, other than your own line, because I always feel bad like saying like I mean I'd fill up half the conversation with your stuff, but like say you walk into a Target or Walmart and you bought 2 toys this year, and one online exclusive because I know Seth wanted to know 5. Off the top of your head, what's like 3 of your favorite figures you bought this year?
Well, I would say like definitely Origins. I would say that I'm trying to think of what Origin. I like Mantenna. Mantenna was a really good figure this year. I thought they did a really good job on that. I was a good fan. I was a fan on the fact that they actually add more legs on the figure.
I agree. Great sculpts. Terrible manufacturing.
Yeah, for the Funko stuff, unfortunately, it just didn't work. And again, real quick before I jump back on that, a lot of people ask me like, "Well, how do you feel about that they're no longer in the marketplace and this and that?" And I said, "I feel terrible." How do you think I feel? I feel terrible. It is, to me, it's not a competition, and I think a lot of people think that Mattel being out there is a competition or Funko is a competition. No, you have a built-in fan base for all this stuff. If people are buying that stuff, they're buying because they like it. If they're not buying my stuff, they're buying because they're not buying it because they don't like it. You know what I mean? Like, so if you like this stuff, you're going to continue buying it. It's like me. You know what I mean? If I wasn't doing these and I saw these, I'd buy the shit out of them because this is the type of stuff I collect. And both of them, I'd buy Masters and I'd buy Warrior Beasts and all the rest of those guys. Another figure that would be cool. I'm trying to think of what else came out.
I'm totally cutting you off because he's looking at me right now, and this was my ultimate pickup this year in the store. The Ultimate Warrior.
Thank you. Those figures there too were really freaking awesome. Yeah.
I'm a huge Hasbro guy. And there's like sticky now. So the Masters of the WWE Universe were cool, but these are way cooler. But I'm a Warrior guy. Anytime I see anything Warrior, I'm buying it. Warrior and Brett 50-50. He's just not as cool visually. Anything Warrior. This is my number 1 of the year.
I have a whole wall over here of nothing but WWE Universe, Master WWE, Master WWE Universe, WWE Superstars, and I also have Origin sitting up there. And honestly, I have that figure I thought was really cool. You know what I really thought was interesting? And not saying it was like my top 5, but I liked Andre the Giant, man. That was a pretty cool figure.
That was a cool figure. I have that one. Yeah.
Yeah, I ended up getting that. There's a few. It's really hard to pick 5 because like there were so many of what I would consider like that are dead even with each other. You know what I mean?
I only have Andre, Brett, Warrior, and I got all the Warriors and Papa Shango because I love me some Papa Shango.
Papa Shango was the best figure to the line so far for that.
Absolutely.
Series. Yeah, I like that figure. He is, in my opinion, hands down, so far what's come out is just it's ridiculous.
What was your favorite mail?
Be cool too, huh?
What was your favorite online exclusive figure? It could be Masters, it could be anything.
Dude, you know what? I bought Wonder Bread or Savage He-Man, right? The problem is I haven't received it yet. I have not received him yet. I can't wait for that figure.
That's my number 1. But I'm going to tell you
my number 1.
Look at the problem with him. Dude, their waists are not like they're wobbly. They fall apart.
Bro, not mine. Not mine. Mine isn't that way.
You didn't even get it yet.
That's right. That's why.
No, but actually, my number 1 figure as a whole, again, because I can't.
Jameson, Jameson, you bring up a good point too. Taker was an awesome figure. There's something about Papa Shango that just makes him so absolutely bonkers to me. But Taker obviously is a banger. I have 6 of those figures, by the way.
That's the number 1.
Yeah, I mean, like obviously,
it's like I can't sit here and fluff you all night. So but that is number. I mean, that is literally like
my favorite. I can't. That's why I was saying I was biased because I
right.
Honestly, yeah, I can't. How
do you sit here and say, I mean, this is like when we were kids. It's like you're playing with He-Man. Frank Frazetta's art. It's like okay, that'd be cool, but I'm not going to sit here and
That was what the He-Man's based off of, man. Was for
that is that's true.
Because it's just like one of those things where it never came out. We made history this year, and it's like you can't just You know what I mean? Like I as many figures as come out this year, I was like, yeah, it's cool, but that come on, you know. Like,
you know what? My other big one that I almost had a fucking aneurysm. I was walking through Walmart and I found a toy I wanted very, very badly as a teenager. I think I was like 13 when it came out. Was Tigatron from Beast Wars, and they like reissued them. Never could find one. It was on the shelf. I mean, they're not identical, but I really don't give a shit. I'm not a Transformer. I hate Transformers. Hate Beast Wars. Dear God, give me all the Beast Wars.
I never been a Transformer fan. I never was.
No, I had some as a kid. I sold them actually recently. I only have one, and that's Hot Rod.
I have that figure, Seth. I got that figure sitting over in that display case in the box. Yeah, bought it about 10 years ago, something like that. Yeah.
Yep. LOP Beastman, very cool figure.
Yeah, very, very neat one too.
Yep, I agree. The Zolon guy, what a piece of shit he is.
Yeah, fuck that guy. That's what I'm talking about.
Him.
Yeah.
Now G1 Soundwave, very cool. Who doesn't love a cassette deck? I mean, vintagey. But now to just kind of jump this before we end up cashing out. So 2023, we have a lot of things. We actually in a few days have a phone call with. We're trying to figure out some. We're not going to say what. Some licenses, some things like this, some other cool stuff, and there's going to be some things that one thing has never been done before. How we want to do it. And the other thing is something returning from the 80s that no one's going to be like, what is this? No one's going to know what it is. And we're going to give needle drugs with every purchase. That is confirmed, right?
We're working on it, man. Like that's definitely being worked on. I mean, like one of the big things that
I wish it was Infaceables. That'd be so badass.
Infaceables are interesting. They were the worst fucking quality toys ever put out, though. It's shameful, but yeah.
Those faces didn't last a hot minute.
I
keep Zolan next to my pillow so that at night I'm just like, shh, go to sleep.
Do you know that someone bought the figure just to burn the face off? Like they actually sent me a video and they were burning it. They're like, fuck this figure. And you know
that was Krista, right?
No. I said the line that Abana just said. But except that he told me a joke at one time and I repeated the joke, which I can't repeat on here, but I repeated it to him. And he just stopped fucking talking to me. He just like stopped. He stopped. He just didn't say shit to me. He was just like, that was it. Actually, I'm blocked too. It was weird. It was a weird fucking.
It was Nightlick, wasn't it?
No, because Nightlick had his own. You know what I mean? Like he did his own figure. If you can remember.
Well, everybody should have. I mean, the Zolon figure is pretty freaking badass.
Zolon's not even me. Like that's not even me. Even though it's a head sculpt, that's not even me. No, that's not meant to be that. No, not at all. No.
No.
Oh fuck, where were I going with this? I had a so yes, we're in the process of doing something extremely cool. The idea is that it's a whole nother scale factor, right? I mean, like that's the whole thing is that everybody's used to specific like 5.5, which I'm not stopping doing by any chance.
No.
We're still going to continue 5.5. It's just a matter of being able to, and I've teased the saying that what we're actually doing scale factor wise before, like so
right.
It's
don't give too much away. ZoloCon's right around the corner.
Yeah, no, for sure. There's enough there's enough going on, just put it that way, that between that and some other things that we're working on, it's going to be absolutely ridiculous.
Well, we're hoping, I mean, it's so hard to like teeter around the one thing, but the one thing we're probably going to announce it I wanted to do it in February, but there's just no way logistically we can. I think we're gonna
I
have
think we
to.
can show the figure. I think I could show a figure of what the actual like styling is.
Styling we can do in February, no doubt.
It is
But-
just going to be a single figure. I'm not going to really go into much detail about it. I just want to show what they're going to look like.
Right, you're gonna show the style, but the actual line.
Yeah, we can't. Yeah,
The thing with the line is it's gonna be. We'll probably unveil it around Halloween time, and it's going to be like I'm a big collector of like weird stuff, and if it's a weird thing, it becomes more collectible. So the weirder something is, the more I think it's worth money because you have that niche audience. And I think what's coming out based on the numbers that you're doing,
Mm-hmm.
I think it's gonna be really an interesting thing. I think for collectors who like weird.
Yeah, so it's going to be awesome. Like I am looking forward to it. I think that just without going into way too much detail about it, it makes it extremely difficult to talk about it. And no, it's not stuff like that.
No,
not anything like that. It's more like Jesus, it's a tough
franchise.
Yeah, no, for sure. Well, yeah, like as far as like the license item.
God, I wish.
I would probably do those figures outside of Clash though. If I was doing, they're actually like public domain characters that I could probably play with. I obviously you can't do them based off of Harryhausen stuff, but you could play with it a little bit.
Okay, so Jeff brings up a good point. This is something I wanted to touch on, but I didn't want to. But fuck it, it's New Year's. I don't give a shit. I'm getting fucking drunk off my Poland Spring. Road 2 comics are absolutely continuing with Mike. We're working on another way.
Oh,
I guess exclusive.
Yeah.
Exclusive.
Yeah.
Mike and I have been coming up with a way. I have to watch how I say it because if it doesn't deliver exactly, I'm going to put my own foot in my mouth. Mike and I have been coming up with a way to continue the Realm of the Underworld story. Bring as many characters as possible in and just make it. It's going to be unique and something nobody's doing. And I bet you, it's not a cartoon, but I bet you the minute you and I announce this project, because we've been toying with this, the minute we announce this, I bet you Mattel is going to copy this.
Yeah, I could see it. I could see it. Well, the crazy part is like, what haven't they copied yet? Do you know what I mean? Like everything that we've started doing, technically has been adopted, right? They adopted for their stuff, and
I think there is a create a character contest.
we have one right now. We actually have
one
one
going on right now.
Yeah, there's one going on right now on the Realm of the Underworld page. If you go, Seth, to the Realm of the Underworld page, just hit me up with a character that uses Realm of the Underworld parts or Remco parts and stuff that we can kind of modify to factory and then come up with a storyline for it. We're going to post it on the page where we've been posting it on the page. And it kind of like gives like a little backstory and stuff for each of the characters. Then everybody's going to vote on what their favorite character is. And then when we do that, we'll announce a winner. It'll probably be sometime next year. And the winner gets like a gift certificate to Realm the Underworld website. Excuse me. It'll be for a specific amount of it can be a drawing. Well, it's a drawing. It's going to be a poll, actually. And everybody votes on the figure. And then what ends up happening there is that from there, after everybody votes, then like I said, the winner gets a gift certificate. And depending, I'm going to be working out a little bit further details with that because so far I want to modify the drawing a little bit. So I want to give the option to the person if they want to, if I draw it. Can it be a drawing? No, it can't be a drawing. It has to be an actual figure. Like it has to be a figure with a background and everything else, like using Zola World parts. It'll be like we sort of like, yeah. Oh, you're not sure if you can do an actual figure. Yeah, it has to be an actual figure that uses Zola World
Try-
parts. Like,
Try your best.
Try
Like,
your best at it. Yeah, pretty much like that. That's kind of like the way that works there. Because the idea is that if we're going to use existing tools to do it, and then it would be like a we're going to use existing tools to do it, and then we want to basically
but it's
kind of make it like a
completely rigged because we're just remaking Pain Deer.
Yeah, you're right.
That's it.
Yeah,
That's
right.
it.
But it's
I stupidly broke my other copy because I'm an idiot. So
I wanted to give everybody kind of an outlet to kind of get involved a little bit in the process, in the working process of this, because when you start doing drawings and everything, it makes it a little bit more complicated, Seth, and it's just there's contracts that have to be drawing, and there's so much stuff that I it's a little bit more doing than it needs to be done. This isn't just, oh, I'll take your character and I'll go ahead and make it. There's a lot of things when it comes down to art, especially with Zola World. I mean, like when, if you're doing a custom project, it's one thing, but if you're doing an actual project, it's going in commerce and it's being traded across state lines and everything else, and in numbers more than 500 plus, it gets to be a little bit tough to kind of play around with that. So there it is. There it is, man. There it is. There's Doom Kick.
There he is. There's the man.
Yeah, there it is, right there. There's one of my partners right there for the company.
Well, Pimp Daddy Satan has the one of one Pain Deer, and I broke the proto because I'm a moron, and I just have this one, which is glow in the dark, and this one is mine. So this one is a one of one, which is actually funny because Nick actually had a really good point. I was talking to Nick the other day, and he's like, what's with the antlers?
Who is this right here?
I have no idea. Facebook user.
Who's saying yo? I'll say yo back. What's up? What's up?
So actually, when we were advertising this, which was that was a mess on my behalf too. We had it where weapons can be stored. It's Scott Hall. Jason, what's up? Oh, what the hell? You did save that part.
Yeah, right. So you got that back. So it's really, really crazy the way he's
the mold tore, and it was like we couldn't get any more out of there, and it was like ridiculous. Wow,
cool, right?
I didn't see that one.
Yeah, he's completely like translucent. So I was screwing around a little bit with him, but he's a lot of fun, man.
But it was designed in a way with the antler space a certain way that you could put weapons in there and have him carry them, and then you could kind of actually string a figure in here as like a torture rack, which was kind of neat. But this was the one of one. I guess Mike has a one of one, but you don't have antlers, and it's funny. Pimp Daddy Satan only has the actual designed one of one. That's how he was supposed to look. And I gotta say, I couldn't be happier that he has that, because those photos he took for Christmas, this dude went so balls to the wall with this, right? He took all these like great figures and he like cut them open for like dioramas and everything, and there's blood everywhere, and he's shoving weapons and masterpiece of photos. And if you haven't seen his photos, check them out on the Realm of the Underworld message board.
Yeah, he's amazing
on Facebook.
Yeah, he's done an amazing job. Like I love his pictures. Like
and that's part of the charm of Realm of the Underworld, is people just having a lot of fun with them, making their own stuff and taking pictures, doing adventures. And we're going to be doing that technically on a platform in 2023. But they're not. I want to say what it is, but I can't yet because it's not
yet. I mean, like, we just got to be careful. The second thing too is like, one of the questions has always been asked to me, because there's so many people ask me, am I going to do blanks? Am I going to sell blank figures? Like straight up white paintable figures, right? Not white and black, but white paintable figures. And, the issue with that is, like I said, we have test shots, you know what I mean? Like that makes it a specific way. If I was to do that, I would change up the body style just a little bit, I think, if you know what I mean, like come out with something kind of like reminiscent but a little bit different, so it doesn't like hurt the people that actually own the the original stuff. So
You're gonna add nipples on everything.
the female body, I think, would be able to be done because we would again change it up ever so slightly. Yeah. It's difficult because the pricing for me to do that is expensive. And again, like I said, the parts aren't like we're nailing them like a Masters Universe product. You know what I mean? Like where it's coming out there and it's like, oh yeah, we're going to put whatever ABS cheap plastic they're going to put into this. We have to like, there's 5 different types of plastic that makes a Realm of the Underworld figure. And that costs a lot of money. Build a figure kit. Yeah. Yeah. So, you guys got, the, Formo stuff, right? The Formo toys, what the heck? The Legends of Dragonor, what they're making. There's a build a figure in there. So
those are gonna be sick.
Yeah, they're gonna be awesome.
Oh well, I'm gonna jump off topic real quick. Mike, do you have a favorite New Year's Eve memory? Because we're coming up on the witching hour, and we have to do the thing and blah 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 because $350, blah blah blah. And I know we said we weren't
going to play that again.
Oh yeah, every hour on the hour. I'm really getting that $350 worth out of that because that was the budget.
I gotcha.
But you got some fruit. How about you have some of that fruit? Enjoy the fruit, Michael. Have some of the fruit. You want to show everyone the fruit who's just joining us?
Oh yeah, they didn't see the fruit yet. Let me show you.
No. So this is what Mike spent $350 on.
Yeah. So the box came in. Here's the box, right here.
The LED grow light.
Yeah, I didn't really catch that at the very beginning. You can see the CE indicates. You know what this means, right?
Central Eastern.
Yeah. So that makes it where it's able to be traded across everywhere.
Correct. It's traded across time-wise so that we could celebrate the Trinidad New Year.
Oh, so what's amazing about this fruit, check it out, dude. No labels. Straight from there. 100%. This is no label fruit, guys. You don't know what it's like to have no label fruit. It's amazing.
Do you know that, and this is real, Target used to sell bananas, and on the sign it said bananas by the each.
Dude, this would be a heart. Oh mumsy bye, Kalima Shakti Day. You know what I mean? Like that.
Indiana Jones, baby.
Back 1984. Let's say it, 1984, right? So and then
no
there's
label
that
fruit.
Pear. Yes. No label fruit. That's right. Dude, my favorite fruit's a mango, right? No labels, straight from Trinidad, yo. Yeah, so
you can't have the mango.
So I got an email that said to me that, hey, look, we want to sponsor the show, right? So Dan Larson has eBay and shit, and I always say this, like, yeah, it's great, man. We got sponsored by a fucking island, dude, Trinidad, right here, 350. They said, look, we'd be honored to sponsor you, and I said, sure. So what's up? And they said, well, give us $350, and we'll start the project. And I said, well, shit, okay. We did it. We sent me fruit because this is what they trade in over there. You know what I mean? And then you got the video.
I got the video.
Yeah, right. So there you have it. You might as well play it. Go ahead, do it.
Well, all right. Well, we got.
Might as well do it. Brought it up.
We got what? 4 minutes. All right. So let me just
play it. Play the video.
Well, I got to re-download it.
What?
I got to re-download it. Hold on.
Let me get. Oh, really?
Yeah. Let me get the video. Hold on.
Do it. Do it. You really gotta get that internet, man. You gotta get better internet. That's what it comes down to.
I'm in New York. This is what I deal with.
And then you're using your phone to actually do this.
Got it. Okay. Here we go. All right. And this is the video they sent us.
Of course. We're sponsored, dude.
Eu tenho tout famille ces gens qui n'y bon chivé. Mais si vous dites un monde après 20, moun sa ni belle chivé, yo ka babye puis ou. ou pas ni pour les personnes ni belle chive, ça veut dire nous pas ni belle chive. Mais, et puis qui ça ou ka plein tête?
Chive mwen bel.
Hein?
Chive mwen bel.
Ou pas ka plein?
Oui.
Et puis qui ça?
Yon pen.
Non. Moi pas ça plein tête, et puis on plein,
Sa ou ka ou sa vi?
et puis on bosse.
An boss.
Et ni bosse là, c'est pour plein.
So that is the Queen of Trinidad, who is a big endorser of Mike and Kreg versus the Past. And apparently she sent Mike fruit with no labels.
$350. Look at it, dude.
Oh, we're sponsored. We are sponsored.
Fuck it. You know what I mean? Like that's
Keep
all
your eBay dog. Keep your magic spoon.
right. Yeah, fuck that. I don't care. You know what I mean? Like that doesn't matter. Whole island now. You know what I mean? Like fuck that. That's what I'm
The
talking
whole
about.
island. That's the whole Trinidad's actually a circle. It's a big circle.
Right now, dude. Right now. We're about to 2 more minutes. It's fucking New Year's in Trinidad, yo.
Yo, somebody make a Photoshop.
100%. 2 minutes. 2 minutes, dude.
Somebody make a Photoshop about Trinidad loving Mike and Kreg versus the Past.
There you go. There it is, right here. Come on, we're gonna fucking. We should drop the ball here, man. Like, hold on. Let me throw some fruit. You know, I can throw some fruit.
Throw the fruit. Throw the fruit.
Yeah,
Throw
dude.
the fruit.
So
Bring in Dick Clark. There he is.
That's right. Yeah. So there it is, man.
1 minute,
One more
baby.
minute. 1 more minute, Trinidad. There you have it.
Wait, so you guys aren't in Trinidad? I've been talking around for 2 hours looking for you. We're not in Trinidad. We're actually sponsored by Trinidad. So
Correct. Yeah. Fucking great, dude. I can't
Says
believe
we
we
gotta get
were able to pull that shit off, man. That's
no
awesome.
doubt.
Like last you know what I mean? Like, here we go. 1 more minute, dude. This is what it's all about right here. Thanks to our sponsor. Thank you, guys.
Thank you, Trinidad.
Trinidad, 100%. Thank you. Awesome.
Oh, we're coming up on it. We're coming up on it. I don't have a countdown. Do you have a countdown? I don't.
Yeah, this has a countdown. Bam, 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 bam. It's there. Here it is. You have it. Drop the.
It's almost there. I don't have.
It is for me. It is.
Yeah, but is there a there it is. Happy New Year in Trinidad, everyone.
Happy New Year in Trinidad. There you go.
Happy New Year.
There we go.
There it is. Yep.
Bill Murray brings in the.
Bill Murray don't fuck around, dude. As a matter of fact, he's probably over there right now, and he's gonna fly over here back.
We're gonna play it again.
That's right. Yeah.
Happy
That's right.
New Year.
Because that clip is way too short. And guess what? We didn't do pay $350 for that. So
That's right.
that's right. That was free. That was a freebie. Geesh, who did the logo? It said from Trinidad.
What logo does it mean?
Fireworks from Facebook. I wish I knew who sometimes Facebook user was. We don't see like this comment's hysterical. This had me dying. Fucking 9x. I understood that reference, but we don't see your name. So I apologize.
You don't know who these people are. My people wish you a happy 2023. That's right. That is great.
Krista, we see you. Thank you to all the people of Trinidad. The Queen, the guy she fired for bringing up Todd McFarlane.
Is this Jason? Is this you?
It is Jason. Rock and roll, bro. Okay, yeah, no, we couldn't see the name. Sorry about that.
Thank you.
But yes, no, happy New Year to everyone in Trinidad. For everyone in the United States, you have an hour of misery left. Congratulations. Enjoy your 2022 bullshit. Mike, I'm going to just ask you this because I'm sure we're going to jump off in a few minutes. Did you enjoy 2022? Yes or no?
Yeah, of course. Yeah,
Did
of course. Yeah. I absolutely did. I think it was a great year. There was, like I said, there's ups and downs and everything, but I don't, like I just look at I don't know, man. Like for me, I look at the overall, like the way that, I don't know. I don't look at it as a date, man. You know what I mean? Like I find it really hard to think in 365 days that you have to make such a big difference. You know what I mean? What's up?
No, I just wanted to know if Trinidad knows they're sponsoring us. Yes, the Queen has
Absolutely,
endorsed
absolutely, they do.
us.
I just
Queen
paid
endorsed
for it.
us.
Did you see that shit? Like,
Because
what's
you
wrong?
saw the fruit. He ate the fruit. You know what? Someone's going to
You know what, man? I can get you guys sponsored too, Banna. You know what I mean? Send me $350 and I'll send it to them and they'll get you a video.
That's it. That's how we roll. Mike and Craig are the
100%.
best. Friends helping friends.
That's right. Yeah, I
so,
want to
okay.
see everybody succeed. You know what I'm saying?
So you enjoyed 2022. That's
He
good.
doesn't need time like us. Thank you.
So this year, what was your big up this year? Like, what was the moment that you were like, wow, it doesn't get better than this? Because I think you and I share the same moment.
Fuck yeah. So what was that? I was too like enthralled with the unlabeled
Jeremy,
fruit.
get video. Get video of that. We'll put it right on air. No joke. Like legit, we will put that right on air.
Oh my god.
The moment for 2022 for me was actually with you seeing someone get stabbed in real life.
Is it the worst moment or the best moment?
I wouldn't say it was either. It was just like the moment.
Uh-huh. So, okay, so now saying that, right?
Yeah.
When you ask me, why do I not want to go back there? It's not because I'm afraid of getting stabbed or someone pulling a gun.
Because it's never going to be topped.
Because it'll never be topped.
Right.
See, someone came to me and they're like, "Oh, you afraid of a gun?" Motherfucker, I've had guns pulled on me many times before.
You were born in a gun.
I actually trained people to shoot fucking weapons. Like I was a security force personnel leader in the military. Believe me when I tell you, like I'm not afraid of that shit. That had nothing to do with it at all.
Mike was born inside of a gun. So.
Being pulled, having a gun pulled directly in front of me, that was not the thing that makes me say, "I'll never go back there again." You know what I mean? No,
never gonna top that.
You'll never top that. You'll never be able. I could be like my last chiller that I was at. I saw some motherfucker got stabbed, and not only that, a guy pulled a gun on him with me standing in back of him with a gun pointed directly at, like pretty much in the line of fire. You're never going to outdo that.
No,
you'll never ever out. And at a chiller theater, a horror convention, like there are witnesses there. It's like, yo, I remember that guy. At the time, I wasn't wearing the Sunji shirt, though. You know what I mean? Like I wasn't wearing that shirt when that happened. But I'm saying that if I was, it wouldn't even matter. Actually, just scratch that. But here's the thing: is that like the being involved in that whole situation, I would be able to talk about that and say, you know what? Yeah, you're not going to top that. You just won't.
No. So that would be me and you, our ultimate moment. What is your worst moment of 2022? I have two.
I know the worst moment of 2022. I could tell you right now.
I got three.
So I'm going to tell you it happened at the best moment that became the worst moment in minutes. The best moment became the worst moment. No one got stabbed, probably. You're right. Yeah. But you know why? When you're having a bad day, you know what they say, right, Kreg? You know what the motto of the company is? When you're having a bad day, and you come home, just crack open a Sunji. It'll make you feel better.
That's all that matters.
When your boss gives you so much shit at work that you don't want anything to do with anything anymore, go home. Crack into a Sunji. It's a nice fresh drink. Sunji, a drink company. You know what I'm saying? Like that's pretty much it. That's our motto. You know what I mean? Like crack a Sunji. You know what I mean? All peace of the sun. That's right. That's 100% right. So when I said the worst, I mean the best and the worst, right? Ready for this?
Yeah, because you're confusing the shit out of me.
Frazetta and Wave 4 dropped at the same time.
Okay.
And Frazetta and Wave 4 dropped at the same time. And in that time, we had done, obviously the pre-orders for all that. And I got shut down. Oh, Mike, I again, that's probably if that's Jason. Just let me know who this is. If you could put your name on the side. So, okay, so we had this amazing sale, right? So that we sold so many of these figures, broke records on both waves, right? So wave 4 and then Frazetta. It's just ridiculous, right? Oh God, that's awesome. That's fucking awesome. I want to get back to that too because we're going to talk about that. So just save that. Whoever that is, let's save that because we're going to talk about that. But so I get this enormous sale day, right? So we're getting sales from since the opening of the pre-order all the way into the next day, right? It was just consistent. All the sales were consistent into the next day, right? So it was stupid. I take my folks out. I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna take my folks out to go somewhere nice around the corner. It's a steak place. It's like, let's go over there. And when I got the bill, I handed them my card, and it's the same card that basically that I use for the company. And they looked at me and they handed it back and they said the card's rejected. And I nearly fucking laughed at them. I was like, do you realize like what's going on here? So it turns out that within that time, PayPal had froze my account. And I thought
PayPal.
Huh?
That's a good old PayPal.
Yeah, so I'm gonna tell you, dude, for the next 2 days, I lost sleep. I didn't eat trying to get this account back because I had so many people that was relying on what was you know what I mean? Like there was just so much movement that was supposed to go on that wasn't going on. Dude, it was a nightmare. A fucking nightmare. And
that sounds like literally hell to deal with.
And honestly, I was going back and forth with them. So that was the absolute worst part of I actually was feeling sick, dude. It got so bad, I was feeling fucking sick. That's how bad it was. Like really bad. And there's other bad parts of the year that I can honestly say that was like, but it was the company related stuff. And
right.
But outside of all that, it's like that to me, that feeling that you have is like the worst feeling in the world, dude. When something like that happens, it's like you just don't know. You don't know what's going to happen. Everything you've worked for up until a point, and then you're going to be embarrassed because now you have to like let everybody know in the shit. So it was absolutely, that card is Mike's weapon of choice. Thank you. Yeah, it sucked. Like the whole feeling of that sucked. So yeah. Well, what's yours?
I have 3. The third worst one was hanging out with the people from Dawn of the Dead.
Oh, right.
They are just not fun. The cast of Night of the Living Dead right there. Night of the Living Dead, Day of the Dead. I'm really good friends with them, like, in real life. Some of the greatest people. I love them all. I just, I text them in the middle of the day, like, what's up? Cool people, love them all. Dawn of the Dead, which arguably visually is like probably the strongest of the 3. The cast just, no. Like, you were with me with that too. They're not fun. They're just, not a good time. So that was number 3 for me as a fan. It's like, whatever. Well, thanks for the autograph. Peace. The other bad one for me was the death of Jason David Frank. That hit me like a ton of bricks. That sucked, man. I hated that. Suicide sucks. That was weird because I was like just on my phone and it's like Jason David Frank. And I'm like, what is this guy doing now? He's always doing something crazy. Literally the nicest celebrity on earth. Hands down, nicest guy on the planet. Super cool, super nice. Made a really good friend online for him, and we had just a blast with him. Super cool guy, and it just sucks to see nice people, cash out. And actually, the worst moment of my year, going to Goodies.
Going to Goodies.
That was. I'm not even saying that.
That's culture, dude. That's being cultured. That isn't being. That should never be a. Look, it gave you a platform to talk about goodies. You know what I mean? Like I gotta say, like it's one of those.
Actually,
You know what I wouldn't do? I'll tell you this. You know what I wouldn't do on a show if it wasn't one of the things that I would talk about. You know what it would be? Goodies.
So
they're around the corner. They're only around the corner. You know what I mean? Like I'm afraid to take you over to the auction that I go to, that has the chicken and the different stuff over there.
I don't want to go anywhere. I just want to sit there and look up.
Now it makes me think maybe I should. The next time you come up, maybe I should take you to the auction.
No, I just want to sit there and look right up.
Then you could yes. There we go. Doom kick right there. He's had them. Chicken wings, they're good as hell, right? Yes, they are right there. Hell yeah.
I'm gonna say every time I'm by you, I want to just have sheets and that's it. Call it a day. I will inject.
No. There's another place. Jesse knows. He knows. You know what it is?
He knows.
You know what it is, right? It's Williams French fries. It's Williams literally right there. Right next to me over here is 65 flavors of soft serve now. 65 flavors of soft serve.
Well, why not 66?
Right outside.
Yeah, Jeff, I'm with you, man. Kevin Conroy, another cool dude. And it's funny. It's not funny, but I bought a huge original Fox Kids Batman the Animated Series banner, and it says now premiering whatever. And I actually started getting it signed by the cast, and I was telling the cast, I'm like, leave this spot for Kevin. So I said, the next convention Kevin does, I'm going to have him tag right in the middle. And he dies. So now I have this poster signed up by the cast, and Kevin is just not on it.
Let me tell you a Kevin Conroy story. And look, I'm not at all trying to be mean. I'm not trying to be.
No, be mean. It's fine.
No. I actually like Kevin Conroy. I think he was amazing as Batman. Amazing as the voice actor of Batman. There's a funny story, though, with Kevin that I'll tell you guys, because not many people know this. You know what I mean? Like, people know I'm a promoter. I promote conventions. Obviously, I promote ZoloCon. So I know a lot of the agents, and I know a lot of the people that bring talent in, right? One guy in particular, again, lives close. He's not that far from here. Basically said that he was Kevin's agent, right? And Kevin doesn't have an agent. Like, he did stuff where you would contact him and you would go through him, and there's one other guy that you would be able to contact to get him to come to the convention, right? And most of the time, it's what Kevin wanted to do. Like, if he wanted to do it, he'd do it, right? So this guy's like, oh, I'm his agent. Conroy gets online and puts this big post about this guy locally here, blasts his ass saying that this guy does this. Like, he basically wanted him to nobody to ever use him ever again, right?
Jesus.
Because he said that he was his agent. And I'm like, I get it. I really do. I mean, if someone came out and said something like that, but I mean, do you really need to go and do that? Do you need to put someone on blast? I know a few people, he was fighting them back. Like, who are you talking about? I'm Kevin Conroy. I'm fucking Batman. You know what I mean? Like, I'm fucking Batman. You want a piece of Batman? And I'm like, so he was going off. And I was kind of shocked because that moment I said to myself, if he could fucking do it, I can do it. You know what I mean? Like,
so
he turned full heel on
You're not my agent. I don't know you.
I, at that point, thought that it was always not professional to attack someone online. And that guy did it in the most craziest way possible that I've ever seen. And I said at that moment, I said, well, if that guy can do it, that's fucking Batman. Then if he's going to do it and someone's going to slight me, fuck it. I'm going online and I'm talking about him.
Do it.
And you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to say that he inspired me to do it.
So would you say he knows?
He knows. She knows. Here it is right here. She knows right here. There it is.
So
there it is.
knows.
There it is.
He
Yeah. I love it. But yeah, I absolutely loved Kevin. I loved his voice acting, everything he's ever did from the Arkham series all the way.
Oh, Arkham's
So
bad.
I heard that he passed. It fucking sucked. I was like, that's some bullshit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like that. It was just so sad to hear that. He was Batman. Like when anybody ever asked me, I would always say when they would say Keaton or whoever, I'd say, "Oh, Conroy," and they're
Right.
like, "No, I mean live." I was like, "Conroy." What do you mean? He's as live to me as like any of them people were. His voice was fucking Batman. You know.
You know how
Huh?
how he died, right?
I-
He ate at Goodies.
So do we.
Yeah. Well, I didn't eat it. He went in there. He's like, "I'll have the scrapple. I need the scrapple, Robin." And it's like, no.
No, you know what? That was West. West.
Well, you killed Adam West, and I don't want to hear it.
nearly killed him. I didn't kill Adam West.
Yeah, Keaton's my Batman.
Keaton's
So
awesome, man. Yeah, yeah.
let me just ask you before we clock this in 10 minutes. What is your big collecting goal of 2023?
Oh God. Biggest collecting goal. It's hard to say, man, because I have a couple. Like I'm always looking around for prototypes.
Right.
And right now I am talking to someone about getting a few of them. Some really, really awesome stuff, some unproduced stuff that I really want to check out, and I can't wait.
I think for me, I know this is like out of fucking nowhere. This is the most random thing. I'm actually waiting for ZoloCon to do it, and it's going to be a feature of like what I can walk around and find. Oddly, this sounds crazy because it's not my favorite property, but I just want to finish up the set. Since I'm a kid, I have a bunch of Pirates of Darkwater, and visually they're just really cool. So I want to finish that. That's my big 2023 goal. I want to finish my Pirates of Darkwater set, and I only need 4 figures. So that's my thing. Anybody want to send me some Pirates of Darkwater?
What happens if I have any in here? I know I had a whole set of those. I have a whole set of those. Yeah, not loose carded. I have them here. I had them here somewhere. Fuck if I know where I put them. But I may be well there. I don't know.
And everyone in the comment section, before we run out of here, feel free to let us know what your 2023 collecting goal is. So Jeff wants to finish Legends of Darkness Wave 2 and the Green Glow Slayer.
Legends of Darkness Wave 2, the backer for the all the it would have been for Realm of the Underworld. If you look in the backer, it does show Wave 2 of Legends of Darkness. Yeah, there's more figures on that Wave 2. You're just seeing a little portion of them, but there's more. I guess a big goal for me is to actually start teasing some Speclatrons for you guys. It's going to be really cool.
Havana wants your head.
But there's no prototype that exists, I think, at that.
Pirates of Darkwater cannot be finished by CBS, unfortunately. The show was like really just crazy. I'm actually making a custom Tula now. So it's like I had the boat. Do you remember the boat from Pirates of Darkwater? It was this big shit. The toy sucked. It was like the dumbest fucking toy on earth. And that was a piece of shit. And my mom tossed it because it was a piece of crap. And then years later, they re-released it for Mortal Kombat. The exact same thing with a different logo. And it's funny. I was at ZoloCon. I was still with what's her name. So it had to be like 4 or 5 years ago. And I went to a guy at there. He's like in the middle of the Fuge. And he's got a big table and he had the Wraith there. And I went up. I'm like, yo, how much is that thing? It was just out of my price range. And I was like, son of a bitch. and I never saw it cheaper there. So, guys, I just want to let you know you get the best deals ever at ZoloCon. But yeah, no, I will never have that thing again. That thing was a piece of crap. Yes, it was reused for Mortal Kombat. Oh, okay. Funny you mentioned that. You know, dude, sometimes, and I'm not kidding, and this is between, all of us here. I think this fine gentleman right here reads our conversations and reads our minds. What were you talking about last night?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Dude. Mike and I were literally last night discussing. Fuck it, I don't care. I'm going to just say it on there. I don't care who's going to watch the whole show. Mike and I are working on a feature, and it does actually include Robin Hood figures. Really funny, really crazy. But yeah, we were just talking to someone who was involved with those, and there was the whole thing, and we're that's for the 2020. We are ramping up the show in 2023. We take too long sometimes to get things done because we're both working on projects. So, and the Dark Crystal figures were from Funko, I believe.
No, they weren't. Yeah, they were, but no, they weren't. The original figures were supposed to be made a long time ago.
Yeah.
Yeah. They took the
ones that were released were Funko.
Yes. No, Super 7. Super 7 did those, didn't they? Or it was Funko? Funko, okay. Are you sure? It was Funko, you're right. Yeah, because I have those figures, and now that I'm thinking about it, I have one right there.
And they all fell off the card.
Wait a second. The new ones aren't, though, right? The ones from the Dark Crystal, the new Dark Crystal series. Were they?
Yes, those were Funko. Yep.
Because I have Hup up there somewhere.
Yeah, the only one I don't have
is what?
Hup? Hell yeah, Hup's my dude. Hup. It was funny when I was in the hospital. Age of Resistance had just come out, and I was really into it. And my appendix had just burst, so I'm in there, and they're wheeling me to the thing, and they're like, you got to put on this robe, this whatever. And I put it on, and this picture's actually on my Instagram. On my gown, before I run into surgery, it says Hup, H-U-P, right across the top of my. I'm like Hup, and I took a spoon, and I'm going like this, and it's on my Instagram. It's really funny.
Yeah, he was the fucking best of the city. He actually,
hell yeah.
When they showed him, I was just like, that little podling made that so much better. You know what I mean? Like, you're looking at it, and it's like, bringing back all the Skeksis and shit like that. I thought that was awesome. But then they added, like,
they did it respectfully.
They did it really respectfully, to the point where the source material almost felt like so dated that when you see this, you're like, wow, this is incredible. Like, it was really, really incredible. I like the original series, don't get me wrong, but it becomes unwatchable when you see that. You know what I mean? Like, Age of Resistance was like, why would I want to go back to this when you have that? You know what I mean? And they're going to do a second season, right? Aren't they supposed to?
No, it got canceled because fuck Netflix. Growing up, were you
what?
Age of Resistance got canceled because of the ratings were solid and everything, but it was like too much money, and there was like Netflix just wants to keep making reality garbage and shitty documentaries.
But I thought you were greenlit immediately with them.
And it was supposed to be, but they said it was just too much money. You know why? Because it's puppets.
Did I ever?
Let me ask you, as an '80s guy growing up, was it Labyrinth or Dark Crystal? Because you could only pick one, really.
Dark Crystal. Like, I was a Dark Crystal fan. I did like Labyrinth, but Dark Crystal was just there. But, when you're looking at those movies, you see, I get what you're saying, though, because they're so close to each other, but, like, there's so many that were, like...
Right.
They're
so... like that golden era of Henson, so it's like you could only really...
Yeah. No, I definitely hear you there.
Labyrinth wasn't. Listen, I'm gonna get shit for saying it. I don't care, but Labyrinth is only good because of Bowie. That's it. And Jennifer Connelly's gorgeous, but
yeah, I mean, like,
I knew she was gonna comment. I knew it. I felt her breathing down my neck.
How about okay, so you got Labyrinth, obviously, was amazing, but how about, like, The Never Ending Story?
Okay, so Neverending Stories really big strong point was oddly the song.
Oh yeah, but I mean, like, if you really think about it, though, think about the voice acting though for
Falcor.
Falcor was He-Man, right? It was the Skeletor.
Skeletor.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Skeletor voice actor.
One of my voice mentors.
Yeah, Oppenheimer. Yeah. He also had the project. No,
was-
that was
Well, Oppenheimer, when I got to actually do some stuff with him, we were messing around with Skeletor voices and everything, and he's like,
I was about to say Legend also. Legend, I was literally going to go there. The biggest part of CGI, though, that they did? I'm sorry, man. I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, tell me.
So in Legend, it was actually Tom Cruise's grill. His teeth. Did you see that movie? His fucking teeth is all.
Oh, the tooth in the middle.
No, he's all fucked up, man. Like, it's all fucked up. It's amazing.
Legend, like, it's really a lot of those movies, believe it or not, it's like makeup effects. But the only thing to this day I won't watch in Neverending Story is the the horse, because that shit's sad. I know it comes back, but it's like I don't want to see animal cruelty. Speaking of animal cruelty, you know who just died? The director of Cannibal Holocaust.
I heard about that. Yeah,
I was fucked up.
yeah. That was fucked up.
Yeah,
God,
that was Barbara Walters. Barbara Walters directed Cannibal Holocaust. Did you know that?
But she didn't die.
She died
She died a long time ago. I was about to say,
right, and then
she's gone. That's it, guys. See you. Bye. That was awesome.
bro, do you know who that was? Do you know who just kicked me out?
No, I'm gonna tell you what happened, dude. You were you started. I thought it was like a ploy. Like, you were gonna be like, you were telling a story and be like, yo, I'm gonna show you in 3 easy steps how to become successful. Step number.
Bringing Mike back.
So fucking great. Yeah. Yes.
Queen of Trinidad. Was it Jeremy? Was it Legend that Ridley Scott put scenes from Legend into Blade Runner with the unicorn, right? I'm not crazy. The final cut. When Deckard is, yeah, okay, it is. Never mind. I'm losing my mind. When Deckard is dreaming. Oh, we're getting angry faces.
What do you mean?
That's good.
Oh, you probably got it. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I hear you.
Oh, Jeff's dropping us an angry face.
Jeff who?
Diodato was a madman. He was, and you know what though? The one good thing that came out of Diodato's death, I'm not his death. Jesus Christ, I'm going to hell for that. The one good thing that came out of Diodato's career was, despite how fucked up, and I'm a huge animal activist, like I don't like to see any animal cruelty whatsoever. What he did for the film though taught other people, like, don't ever do that, it won't be accepted, and they never did that shit ever again, and that was super cool. And then years later he denounced his those scenes, and then they re-released Cannibal Holocaust as a animal cruelty free version. And he originally tried to spin it where he's like, oh no, but the people in the jungle, they ate it, that's part of the tribe. Don't show it, man. Like, we don't need that. Cannibal Corpse though, still making great music after all these years.
Yeah.
I just went off on a total horror tangent. I apologize.
No, it's definitely fine.
You throw one little nugget of horror my way, and I'm like,
we were talking about the grill of Tom Cruise. I mean, like, that in itself,
that's horror.
That was horror. I never forget the first time I saw him fucking smile in that movie, and I went, what the fuck is that? You know, like you're just taken back because you know you just know Tom Cruise to be a specific way, and then he had all this work done. You know what I mean? And they say that he had like all the work and shit that was with it. But
yes, Goblin, second best Italian horror music ever. For me, number one is Fabio Frizzi, with the master Lucio Fulci, as you can see behind me. Yeah, I'm a Fulci guy, but no, Goblin. Claudio Simonetti is a beast on the keyboard, especially. Grindhouse or Saints were doing a censor version of anything. Absolutely. Good guys over there. Crazy to think.
I'm sorry, man. Yeah, that's right. He did.
That was Sage Stallone, Sylvester's son, too. He passed. That was sad.
What?
Yes. Grindhouse? That was Sage Stallone.
I didn't know that. No,
Yeah,
I didn't know that. That sucks.
Tom Cruise looks like shit in The Outsiders, too. Yeah, he really does.
Yeah, that's freaking.
Tom Cruise always looked like shit. But it's weird, though. He doesn't age now. You know why?
I could take a guess. I definitely could take a guess, but you go ahead.
Scientology.
No, that's not what I'm thinking.
No, they keep you in a chamber at night, I heard.
With Scientology.
Right. It's like a vacuum sealed chamber, and they play the Dianetics in there, and that's how you stay young.
You know how they play Dianetics? Did you ever see the thing? It's like
Vicodin.
No. When you see that there's like video screens, it's all around you, and it's like a little chamber, and you stay still, right? And right in front of you, it's like you see the volcano erupt, and it
right.
says, and it says by L. Ron Hubbard. And
The
again,
old commercial.
it's like, and that's all you're watching all fucking night. So it puts you to sleep, and then you wake up in that standing up way.
Yeah. You
didn't eat. Right, you're not eating because eating speeds up your aging process. So they have you where you're not eating, and you just do that. He figured it out. He figured it all out.
That's the old commercial.
Yeah, the old eruption, like the volcanic eruption, and it's like L. Ron Hubbard, like the whole Mm-hmm.
My dad owned Battlefield Earth and Dianetics. I'm sorry to hear that.
Dianetics. They play Battlefield Earth. Wasn't that done by the Wachowski brothers at the time, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
I know they became the sisters, but did one of them pass away? Because now one of them is only producing. So I don't know.
No. The other one refused to do The Matrix. The other one refused it. She said, no, I don't want to do it because that was already closed. That chapter is already closed. Was that a good movie?
It's funny. I refused to see it, and because Keanu has this thing where he just doesn't know when. Like, I love Keanu. I think he's one of the best actors ever. Just because he's so hammy, he doesn't know when to stop. He just doesn't know when to stop. Like John Wick, awesome. All right, you made 3. Cool, stop. He's gonna do like 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Stop. The worst crime Keanu Reeves has ever committed, was making Bill and Ted 3. That movie was terrible.
Did you like The Lake House then?
Lake House?
Yeah. Did you like The Lake House? Because you said that's the most terrible movie. Go see The Lake House. Has anybody in the audience here seen The Lake House? Because pretty much that's it there. That's the thing.
Did you see the Bill and Ted 3?
No. Why would I do that?
I will say, is he in Speed 3?
Bill and Ted 3 in the Lake House. See it down there?
Yeah. Well, that's Speed 3.
Bill and Ted 3 in the Lake House. See it down there?
You're fucking with me.
No, it's Speed 3 in the Lake House. Do you see that down there? Yeah. So the Lake House, I would have to say, would probably be his worst film ever. Like, it's like that wasn't a good film. Like, look, in my opinion, I thought that like it wasn't good. I mean, maybe the people there is like, oh yeah, I thought it was punishment on my butt cheeks.
Is it him just like At a lake house?
To see it, just watch it.
All right, I will. I absolutely will. Like,
I'm not
I'm
even
not even kidding. I will absolutely watch
me
it.
an actual like because I asked you to see Ghost Rider 2.
I did see Ghost Rider too.
Yeah, I
It
did
was
tell you
awful.
you got to see that movie. That's what I'm saying.
Jeremy says I saw Clerks 3. It was okay. I have a friend that's in that. I heard it was terrible. That's another guy who just got to stop, man. Kevin Smith, dude, just stop. Now
But
you've worked with him, so I can't.
Well, yeah, but I mean, like, still, did you like Masters Universe?
No,
The new one? No.
it was too like I don't like a dark He-Man. I think the darkest He-Man should ever go. Like I don't want to see death in He-Man. Like I know that's coming from the guy who literally watches people get decapitated for fun, but He-Man is one of those things where it's like you can do a lot with a story without killing your childhood favorite characters. And I know it's like the man baby, syndrome that people talk about on Twitter. Don't change my childhood, I was actually arguing the other day on Instagram with this dude, total fucking loser. And he's like, oh, I don't care about because they just announced a new Ghostbusters animated series. And he's like, well, good. I'm glad it's not going to be the original 4. And I'm like, well, what do you want? He's like, I want to see a new team. So the new movies are going to be expanding, right? You're going to have Spangler's grandkids. You're going to have people from wherever the fuck they were, Idaho. I don't know. For the animated series,
I agree.
Yes. For the animated series, though, I was telling the guy, I'm like, you can do 100 Ghostbusters, but financially for Hasbro and Sony, you can't continue Ghostbusters without some representation of the original 4. You can't. Our generation is the torchbearers with the wallets. Who's buying those $1,000 proton packs? Not little kids. Us. Our generation is buying those proton packs. So if we have nothing to connect with, we're not going to support that. So yeah, the guy's like, I don't care. Fuck the original 4. I'm like, you're an idiot, dude. Like, you're just an idiot. You can't.
Well, let me real quick. I'm not disagreeing with you. Okay.
No, sure.
Let me just say this. Okay.
I agree. I agree.
Let's just say this. Okay. If you were,
yes, I was arguing on Instagram. I went full suburban teenage white girl.
Yeah. So does it really matter if, people are going to obviously have all opinions and stuff, but I mean, if you're going to keep something alive, what's wrong with that? Even though it's horrible, let's say the movie's horrible, right? It's a horrible thing, but people are watching it and it's keeping it alive. It's keeping the franchise alive in one way or another. It's like, okay, I'm not a big, I wasn't a big Revelations fan.
Right.
I didn't mind it. I'll watch it because I thought it was cool. The second half was just really good. I like that. The best scene in the movie, I mean, in the show, because I call it a movie because everything the best part of that show, in my opinion, was the battle sequence where he's riding on Battle Cat. He jumps up in the air.
Yes.
And it's like this big, like, Lord of the Rings type battle scene. I'm going to tell you, if I wrote Revelations, I would have led on the first episode with that fucking scene.
Yes.
Get people's, like, their fucking dicks are so hard, and they would be like, oh my God. And I'd be like, if you think that your dick is hard now, it's going to be 10 times harder by the end of the episode, by the end of the season.
It had a lot of cool moments.
You're right. When they killed off all the people, you don't have to kill anybody off. What you do is you keep building, right? You keep building onto that to the point where people are so excited to see these characters. It got to the point at the end where I was bored of them. It's like you should never be bored of the ending sequences of a show. You should be excited for them. Like when I saw what was the movie I just saw recently? I just saw Willow, right? I'm watching Willow now, the show. Willow is actually good.
Really? I heard it's terrible. No, I have no interest.
I liked it. I like it. Willow is actually getting better as you keep moving up. Another one that was really good is, have you seen Andor?
Now she's talking my language. No, I'm
Andor to me is some of the best written Star Wars that's out there. Like, it is Star Wars without being Star Wars. It was a lot of fun. Like, that was a lot of fun. I can't wait till season 2.
See, now Chris is talking my language. Doctor Who, again, you're talking financially. So
It can
Disney
be boring at times, though. You're right. Yeah, it can be, but I do like the whole lead to the series. I thought it was good. What was the other one I just seen recently, and I was blown away? I was absolutely blown away by it. Just the animation. It was a cartoon I was watching, and I was just absolutely blown away by it. But again, that's why 2000X was so good to me, is because 2000X didn't only tell a story. They didn't kill anybody. They didn't kill a whole bunch of characters off in it, right? They kept it consistent, and then into it, they added these dark elements to it. That wasn't death. They added dark elements to the point of like
only 2 people died.
What?
Only 2 people died in the whole show.
Who are the 2 people?
Zodak's brother and King Grayskull.
King Grayskull, yeah. Wait a minute. Wasn't it Roboto too?
No, Roboto died in Revelations.
I thought he died in 2000X also. He didn't?
No.
Okay. Yeah, I can't. They're binding together pretty fast there. A Bad Batch is great. Oh, great. Tales of the Jedi is great. Yeah.
Is 2000X your definitive He-Man?
Oh man. You know that both of the series are almost like they tell the same story. The difference is that like there's not much more other than the Keldor story basically goes into it, and obviously the separation story and stuff like that. But I mean, as far as like the origin stuff, yeah, I'd use 2000X and say yeah, because it's a combination of the original Filmation stuff, and they just adapted it and brought it more to life for me.
Yes.
I like the original Filmation, don't get me wrong. It was cool because that's what you grew up with.
Right,
But
of course.
if you honestly watch 200 episodes or 150 episodes of that to still today and be okay with it, you know
Bro,
what I mean? Like,
I honestly can't get through like 2 episodes. It's impossible. My definitive He-Man, someone's going to give me shit, but I don't care. Lundgren. That movie is my definitive He-Man story. It's dark, but no one dies. The stakes are high, and you get fucking the guy from Star Trek. You get
do you have the video?
I don't. We'll save that for the next one.
That's such a shame.
So
That
good.
would be an awesome.
So good.
Yeah, we're gonna have to do that for the next one. We'll make sure that we get a large crowd, and we'll just really just pummel this. You know, in 15 minutes we're gonna be in 2023.
Oh, we should probably cap it then.
You want to cap it now?
You wanna?
I don't know. I don't know. Well, you want to stay for New Year's, or what do you want to do?
I got an idea. We'll stay on until 12:01.
All right, sounds good. Down with that.
At exactly 12:01, we're all out of here.
Sounds good to me. I do want to say thank you, everybody, for tuning in today. I'm glad that we had a bunch of people that got involved and everything else, and I want to say thank you. I want to say thank you also, man, for a lot of you guys are on the Underworld, into the series and everything, and I want to say thanks for that, and the support for that also. There's a lot of cool things coming out, so I really can't wait, to start revealing them, man. That'll be fun.
I can't wait to reveal the title of the old school thing, because it's something so near and dear to my heart, especially, and it's going to be cool to see that back on shelves.
It's fun. Yeah, it's gonna be fun.
I think no one would ever guess so in a million years. So
yeah,
so random, and people are gonna have a good time with it. It is no, I'm not gonna say it anyway.
No, that's good. But wow, yeah, that's great. There's just a lot, man. It's a lot going on, and I think it's going to be a fun year for toys and everything else. You know what I have
to ask you with 14 minutes on the clock, 13 minutes on the clock.
Yep.
What was your favorite New Year's memory? I went to ask you before, and then we went off on 103-hour tangents.
My favorite New Year's memory.
Yeah.
Me going to There's a place called Sullivan County. Why? What's wrong? What are you laughing at? Oh, yeah, I love it. So there's a place that I that I went with my friend Brian years like okay. So remember the Y2K thing when it was like super crazy?
That's where I'm going with this. Yep.
Yeah, this is like crazy Y2K thing. So everybody thought the world was ending, right? It was like, oh, we are not going into you know 2001. It's just not going to happen, right?
Correct. Time's going to stop. Everyone's going to turn to stone.
Yeah, you're pretty much fucked. So we I went up the mountains. Because I live in the mountains, obviously now, but like at the time I didn't. I went up my friend's trailer that was in the Poconos, and we hung out. We lit fires. We got drunk as shit, right? Firing off shotguns, you know. Ding 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 ding. You know what I mean?
Goodies. Ding 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 ding.
Well, Goodies was a long distance from this place. Put it that way. So I'll never forget this, man. It was cold, super cold. It was always like super cold up there at this time.
Right.
Everything's frozen. They go ice fishing up there, and the ice is like that thick, and you have to like cut around it. There's like a whole apparatus that gets you into to ice fish. Crazy, dude. So anyway, we were walking. I'll never forget this. We're drinking and just full of shit. And I'll never forget my friend Brian goes, there was an ice fishing hole, and he goes, you know, those holes seal up. And I said, yeah. And he goes, yeah, they'll seal up. And I said to him, wow, it's crazy. You know, like it gets that cold. And he goes, well, you could see it starting to crystallize. So he starts doing, so he goes, yeah, I'll tell you what, he drilled a little bit more, got a little bit more in the auger. Like he takes the auger and goes down, puts a brand new fresh one in there. And he takes $1 bill. And he goes, if I put this $1 bill in here, you know, it'll freeze, right? And I go, yeah, but you'll never get it. Like it'll be gone. And no, you didn't. No, it's still calling you Facebook user. So he puts $1 bill, and this is the day before. This is New Year's Eve, right? We're drunk as shit. He augers the city, puts $1 bill in there, and he says, look, if this freezes, or if I can get this out tomorrow, what would you do? And I said, I'll give you $20 if you can get this $1 bill tomorrow, right? I got you a 20 if you do it. So first off, he sits there and he's like, all right, I'll do that. The next day, ready for this shit? The next day he comes over. It was New Year's Day. He walks over there and you could clearly see, because I thought the $1 bill would be fucking gone, dude. It would be like under the thing, like going. Sure. No, it's not nothing. No. Brokeback Mountain's a better story. So like, so he comes in the next day, he sees the $1 bill, right? And I'm looking and I'm like, oh, there's so much ice there. And he didn't have the auger. He took his bare fist and started punching in the ice, bleeding all over the place, right? He pulls out the $1 and his hands like fucking like meat, like hamburger. And he pulls it out like he's reaching in there, you know what I mean? He like his hands all gimped the fuck out. He's still drunk, you know what I mean? He pulls it out and he goes, you owe me a 20. I handed him a $20 bill. I was like, here you go, man. He's like, do you want it? I said, no, you keep it, man. Keep that. That's fine.
That man later lost his hand.
He nearly lost his fucking hand inside the thing from an auger. It was like, it was it was such a fun weekend because we got so fucking plastered. I forgot like half the shit that was going on because I didn't even sleep. I was just walking around the woods and shit. It was crazy. It was a lot of fun. What's yours?
I mean, I can't ever say I had like my definitive New Year's party. Like I've been to like, some friends, we used to just hang out, watch movies, and it was like, okay, that's fine. Or spend time with an ex-girlfriend or an ex-girlfriend, just driving you crazy and you just want to kill yourself. But I've never had a good one. The only one that I really was like, all right, now I'll keep this abridged because we got 9 minutes on the clock. My best New Year's Eve memory ever was Y2K. And what happened was earlier, like a day or two, it was the computers are going to shut down. But this guy at Best Buy that used to work at me here, he was telling all the customers because they were selling water and like all this weird stuff. He's like, guys, like he was like a real doomsday prepper guy. He was like a greeter. He's like, you guys better stock up on the fucking water. Why? He's like, there's not going to be water after midnight. So my friends and I are laughing, and I'm thinking, I'm like, what if this guy's right? What if he's like Crazy Ralph from Friday the 13th? What if he is right? And he's like, you don't understand. The world is stopping at midnight. Like time is just done. And I'm like, this guy is my Yoda, right? And I'm like, I'm in sync now. I'm like, I got you, bro. And he's like, get the water. Wait till midnight. And I'm like, all right, my man. So anyway, some friends, they're like, we're going out drinking, blah, blah, blah. Have a good night. So I had a gas mask, right? I had a sword, like a real razor sharp katana. And I just had some, like, you know, other assorted things that, you know, a doomsday prepper should want to do. And I'm like, what if this guy's right? What if at midnight the clocks stop, the computers sizzle out, there's no electricity. It's like the end of Escape from LA, like the doomsday clock. Fucking stars in the sky go out and people just start running around trying to loot and grab stuff. Bro, straight up end of Dawn of the Dead. Like I'm out there katana and I'm just taking heads and I'm just like, yeah. And I'm ready. I'm like, if not, worst comes to worst, I'm at my house.
Got a lot of water.
I'm just having a good time and I'll have some water. Nothing happened. I was very depressed. And that was it, because that was our moment to be, for all of us, to become the Ash Williams of Army of Darkness, for Joe Everyman to become a hero. And that never happened. There was no zombie plague at midnight at Y2K, and I ended up with 2 cases of water. That's my story.
We had a lot of guns, dude. Like we had a lot of guns. Like that was the thing, is like we're gonna go up the mountains, we're gonna have a lot of guns when we go.
Sure.
Like he was like, do you want to go shoot them in the woods? And I'm like, we can. And then all of a sudden we started drinking, and I'm like, there's no way I want to be around a firearm right now.
Oh my God.
Do you want to see my grandfather's I'll be like, yo, you want to see my grandfather's shotgun? Here, yeah, she's fucking God, I shouldn't be joking about that.
Everything I learned from watching you.
I learned it from you.
I had yeah, man, dude, that's what you had to do. And I'm a huge advocate for always having a katana handy. I know that sounds like fucking crazy, but you know, I don't have guns or anything. I'm not, you know, I want to. I grew up a sword and sorcery guy. If I'm going to combat,
yeah, but the zombies have guns.
Oh,
you know that's going to happen, right? You know, when push comes to shove and there is a zombie apocalypse, they're going to have fucking all the artillery. That's going to be it.
And as usual, dearest Krista knows me better than anyone. The thing about Craig's life stories is that most of them are real, and they're not more bizarre than the content he creates. She's right. I got guns now. Didn't then. Yeah. So the stories that I have lived are so weird. The people I have met in my journeys are so either fucking deranged, beyond mentally ill, or strange, that it has just peppered my life with oddities. So good times. And here I am being sponsored by Trinidad.
That's right. That is right, man. You should be happy about that one. I mean, that just doesn't happen. You know what I mean? Like, that's incredible.
We got 4 minutes on the clock.
4 minutes on the clock.
So let's plug it. Let's see here. How do I do? And then we're gonna do with that. And then we're gonna do. Yeah, we got 4 minutes on the clock. So what we're gonna do is, if you guys don't have us on social media, I don't use Facebook ever. I don't like Facebook. I've gotten 100 million messages and I never got it. It's just to check business stuff. But like, I always apologize. Like if I get a message and I don't reply to it, I don't use Facebook. I don't. If you need me on Instagram, Kregermeister, that's me. If you need Mike on Instagram, ZoloWorld1 or Realm of the Underworld Formed, or Mike Zolotaro, you can find him there. But yeah, best way to get Mike is anywhere. You can call him at any time. Mike loves to be called at 4, maybe 5 in the morning. Just call him. Just be like, hey, Guy, I really need some cases right now. And Mike will actually Mike will hand make you cases for whatever you need. He will whittle them out of soap and then vacuum form things. That's right.
Not exactly made of soap though. Oh, well, there he goes. He's gone. Well, there you have it. I mean, like, he's gone again. How does that even happen? How does that happen? What's going
My
on?
internet keeps going out. It's stupid. It keeps booting me.
Well, we're almost there. Again, I want to say thank everybody. I want to thank everybody for just a great year. Just hanging out and all the people still here and everything else. And I hope you guys have a fantastic new year. I mean, like, just 2023 in general. I'm hoping that everything, goes good for you guys and has, like, you're able to do what you want to do and get the figures that you want to get and the collections you want to put together.
Get cash, get bitches, get money, get fucking needle drugs, get steal cars, live it up GTA style. Don't do that. Don't do any of that.
He's awake. I see him on Facebook while I'm at work. Me? I'm awake all the time.
Yeah.
I'm usually awake at like 4. But
I'm
usually talking to my factory usually for the most part. So that's a thing,
So would you say But no, honestly, guys, this was so super cool for you to hang out with us on New Year's Eve, even though the Trinidad one passed an hour ago. It's a bizarre thing because normal people right now are like normal people. I don't mean it like that. Like basic people is what I'm trying to say are at a bar right now or in Times Square, getting their ears blasted off, wasting money, spending time with people they don't know. They're going to wake up tomorrow with herpes, crabs, gonorrhea. It's going to be a great time for them. And then they're going to say, hey, you know what I wish I was doing last night? And then their therapist is going to go, what? And they're going to say, I wish I was with Mike and Kreg being sponsored by Trinidad, watching Mike eat his labelless fruit.
I didn't eat fruit. I just shown it to you.
You said you ate a piece before. What did you
eat? I ate a piece before, but not
1 minute.
Yeah. It was before I even showed you.
In 1 minute. Actually, you know what? The coolest thing I ever did for New Year's was Happy New Year!
Happy New Year! That's right. Right now, yeah.
Happy 2023, everyone.
Jeff is already there. He's already there.
So, that's right. So for Happy New Year, we're going to say
Happy New Year.
There was a lot of effort put into that clip, like a lot.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah,
that was a lot of budget. Happy New Year, everyone. I guess that's our cue to get the fuck out of here, right?
We had 5 minutes. How about this? Do we have anything? Oh, you know what you should do? Why don't you just do the goodies commercial? Why not do the goodies commercial, and we could end it with that at the end of the show? You want to do that?
I don't have a commercial.
Yes, you do. You have your goodies clip that happened to you that we can use as a commercial.
Or you just want to take it out with the intro. Oh, we'll take it out the goodies video. What the hell? Why not? A lot of guys didn't see that yet. So, I'm Kreg. That's Mike. We're saying goodbye to 2022, and we're ready to kick 2023 right in the ass right off the bat. We're be coming at you all year with new episodes of Mike and Kreg versus the Past. We'll be at ZoloCon. We're going to be doing a lot of fun stuff. We're going to be announcing new properties, new licenses, new scales. We're going to get new faces. We're going to be getting sex changes, facelifts, weaves. We're gonna do it all. We're gonna do it all live, and it's because of the support from you and the fine people of Trinidad who now support us by us paying them the $350.
Thank you so much for all that. Thank you. It's 100% accurate.
I really took that home and really.
Yeah, you did. Yeah. The last thing you said though, was definitely it right there. It's the fact that we are sponsored now. That's awesome. Mm-hmm.
Feel free to make a Mike and Kreg versus the Past Trinidad sponsored thing, and we'll post it next time. So to close out the show, I am going to post one more time the ad. Oh, not the ad. The audio recording from our breakfast at Goodies.
Fantastic. Fantastic.
And it is me talking to the waiter at Goodies.
Pretty much, yeah.
That's my story. I'm sticking to it. Mike, I'll let you do the outro. Everyone, thank you so much. I hope you all have a happy, healthy, safe, and crazy 2023. Mike, take it away.
Thank you so much, everybody, again, for everything this year. You know, all the support for the Realm of the Underworld, for Zeta, moving forward, ZoloCon, you know, seeing us hopefully in February at ZoloCon, and you know, and continuing. We have a lot of things to show, a lot of awesome things to reveal, and yeah, I cannot wait to reveal them. And I'm sure Kreg, you know, we're collaborating on projects also, so there's so much stuff going on behind the scenes that it's gonna be really awesome. And that's kind of like, I hate to kind of leave you hanging like that, because I'd love to let you guys in on what's going on. It's just that legally we cannot. So once we do, you guys are going to know. It's going to be everywhere, and I'm hoping everybody shares that information too. But thank you so much. I hope your 2023 is so kick-ass that everybody talks about it. It's going to be one of the years to remember. So thank you again. And Kreg, take it away.
Welcome to Goodies. What are you hunting for, you piece of shit? I don't know, a bagel with cream cheese? We don't got cream cheese. The chef took it home last night.
Why would the chef take home cream cheese?
It doesn't matter. What do you want?
I don't know, man. If you don't have cream cheese, I'll have butter.
Margarine. We're putting margarine on everything. We're gonna fucking drown it in margarine. I'm gonna drown it like I drowned my dogs before I fed them to the people that were in here last night.
Oh, I get it. That's Southern humor.
Who's laughing?
I'll just get some eggs, please.
We're not cooking them though. You're gonna suck the eggs down like in Rocky.
Oh, yeah, man. I can't eat raw eggs. That's not healthy for anyone.
Nothing here's healthy. It's a health code violation. That's our standard.
For fuck's sake. Then I'll just have a coffee.
Coffee? We could do that. We got Maxwell House. And Maxwell House it fucks. Alright, we could do coffee. We could do coffee and rotten eggs.
I don't want the eggs. We're gonna pass on the eggs. I'll just have coffee and some creamer.
Now, I hope you don't mind. The creamer's been sitting outside for 3.6 years.
I'm done.
Get back here!